Hey, UK. How's it going? Hey, Roscoe. How's it going? Yeah, just out of the shower, UK. Time for my bi-weekly.
Looking good, Myron.
Well, just out of the shower.
Do I know her?
My,
Are you okay? Oh, you looking good, man.
thank you.
How you doing, Rascal? Oh dear. You're where is it? I was thinking about you earlier on. Hang on a second. Where's that picture I took? Where's that picture? Give me a second. Your your prime minister, your president, whatever you want to call him. He's
The head fuck face?
yeah, it's good money. It's a good job being a president of Canada because according to Forbes, now bearing in mind that his annual salary is 300 and I don't know, so look, 371,600 per annum. That's pretty. That's a lot of money for. I mean, our UK guy gets about, I think it's 110,000 a year.
Yeah, but when people with $1 billion are buying them off, that don't matter what they're getting fucking paid.
So this is it. So in 2 years, he's making $5 million a year. He's saving $5 million a year. So now at the moment, that little prick is worth $385 million.
Wow.
So how does he make so much money? A bit like Zelensky.
His family owns fucking Petro Canada, which is a set of gas stations right across.
Who's that? Who are we talking about?
Trudy Poos.
Who are you guys talking about?
Trudeau.
Oh, Trudeau owns Petro Canada?
Yep.
Well, his family did.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Pierre started it up.
Really?
Yeah. I think I've only been to Petro Canada twice.
Well, that's the only gas I could buy for my car because they got the highest octane.
What's that, 98?
Huh?
What's that, 98 octane?
94 is the best we can get in Canada. At a normal gas station, you can buy race gas and stuff. But
I used to be able to get 98 before, years ago. I don't know about now.
yeah, you guys have a little better petrol over there, but you pay a lot for it.
Don't you just?
Can you guess where I am?
Where's Ruckus?
In the grocery store.
Costco.
Walmart.
Costco, yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. It's okay. It's all right. You got some cheap tax stuff there, and I don't know. Do you think it's really good?
I like it, yeah, because I don't have to come to lot and I can buy in bulk.
Yeah, that's true, I suppose.
I mean, a family that you got, I figured you'd be shopping here for sure.
I fucking need to own it. What are you on about? Shop there. Dear. So Ruckus at home on his own, or was he in the car waiting for you?
No, he's at home.
You haven't got a car, have you?
Yeah, I got a car. I said, yeah, I have a car.
Oh, I just see you most of the times in the train stations and stuff like that, catching trains.
Yeah, because I live in the city and my car, like, what's the sense of driving it? You know, you got to pay $20 to park it.
Wow.
Fucking thing costs a lot of money.
Hi, Julie.
Even Julie?
Hi, Julie.
Rascal says you sound like Ricky off the Trailer Park Boys.
Well, who does?
You.
I sound like Ricky?
Yeah.
Well, give me another fucking drink then.
What's that, beer? What's that there?
No, you can't buy alcohol here.
Why?
We don't sell alcohol in Costco in Canada.
Oh.
You know your Costco card's good all over the world, though?
No, I didn't know that.
Thank you. Yeah, so your card would be, you could use your card here.
Hi, hippie.
In hippie?
Huh?
There's a reporter, right? I don't know if you heard of her. She's Canadian, and she is she blows me away. And her name is Eva.
Aren't you married though?
I knew I shouldn't have said that bit. With a reporter, she's a reporter. She's a YouTuber and a reporter, and she goes around the world, shows the injustices. And her name is Eva K. Bartlett. I'll put a link in the chat. She's really good. Really, really good. But she's Canadian. Reporting. Have you not heard of her before?
No.
Yeah, she's quite famous.
Yeah.
Not in Canada.
Why not?
I never heard of her.
I never heard of her.
She's only got 50,000 subscribers.
Oh, so she's not going to subscribe right back now. I won't subscribe to her.
You got a new subscriber today. Myron. I was on a chat panel last night. Some guy came up. He's more kind of like calmer, like you know, that kind of genre or person. And I said to him, look, you got to come over on this channel. You'd love it over here. It's nice and calm, and the things we talk about, you never, you know, you go from one subject. It's like a roller coaster.
Hi, Darren.
Good evening, Darren.
What's up, Darren?
Rascal's never heard of that woman either. So
I'll put a link in the chat. She's lovely. She's a really good reporter.
well, I like all the reporters on Rebel News.
Yeah, she's a bit more not the mainstream media. She
I
says,
think,
go on.
I think I changed Rebel News for the better. Because they were yakking about God on one of their news stories. I said, hey, you're here to report the frickin' facts, not your feelings. God's appealing. And now they have a special show one day a week where they talk about religion.
I haven't watched Rebel for a while, actually. I used to like it when it was Yemi
There's Rebel Canada, Rebel Australia, and Rebel UK.
Yeah. How much is that, Slow Burner? Show some of the prices, mate. 24 Canadian. What's that a kilo?
25. $24.99. $25.
It's about 17 pounds English.
Yeah, it's 1.8 kilos of chicken wings.
They frozen.
It's probably 4 pounds.
Yeah.
Huh?
A little bit under, but yeah, near enough.
Yeah, not bad. They're good wings too.
In a Foodie Ninja.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. Oh, the Tetley tea.
Yorkshire tea is the better one. Do you do Yorkshire tea there?
I don't think we sell it here in Canada. I've had it before. My friend sent it to me. I've had it.
It's nice. It's a good tea. The biscuit brew's nice as well.
Hey, when the Queen heard that she couldn't get red rose tea over there, she said, pity.
Did she really? It is nice.
No, I don't know if she did. That was a commercial.
Myron. So England won 6.
Oh, they kicked ass. Yeah.
I didn't watch it though. They took
I
the knee.
did. I watched it.
Nah. Especially, it's
That's
too
okay.
much.
Let them take the knee. What do you think of that?
Yes, please. Yeah, I love those. With a bit of Thai chili dip as well. That'd be nice.
Sweet chili Thai?
Yeah. I bought a bottle last night actually from a Chinese shop. 70 cl was £3.20. It was about $5 for a 70 cl bottle.
How's it going today, Darren?
Where's my breakfast shit, man? Did they move that fucking shit on me? Did I miss it? They moved it. Where the fuck did they move it to? Tabernacle.
See, Slow Burn, I like things like this when you're going around your daily life, showing your shops and stuff. I get interested in things like this. I know some people might it's boring, but I like to see how other people live. You know, the prices and what availability of stuff you got.
So what you're saying is you're just fucking nosy.
It's nice to know other people. Shut up. It's nice to be interested in other people's lives and how you live. That's why I like watching YouTube videos from people around the world, in the Philippines or Canada, or even Australia, anywhere. You know, like Himalayas.
Fucking hooves are still on that thing.
I saw that. You're paying extra.
I don't know where my breakfast shit went, man. This is pissing me off. They didn't have my banana loaf. Now they don't have my breakfast shit. What the fuck?
Yeah, but at least we sort of got a sore bit of toe.
Oh, this is bullshit, man. Fucking hell. If you don't have my breakfast shit, then I gotta put these eggs back because I don't need eggs. If you don't have my breakfast mix, son of a bitch. They got this mix. It's like potatoes, red peppers, bacon, all this stuff in a bag. It's really good.
Well, why don't you just buy them all and chop them up and freeze them?
That's a lot of work, bro.
Oh.
I think it's in here.
But you walk 3 times around that building and make sure there's none there.
You can simply ask somebody.
Oh,
You got to remember, slow burner. What they do is they move things around in supermarkets. So you go looking for things and find other things to buy.
Yeah, the sneaky cocksuckers.
eh? That's not bad, eh?
I'm having something like that tonight.
Thank you, Cheryl. Really appreciate it.
Did I hear? Did you see that thing? What's Truth put up that Crafty's gonna snitch him out to the fucking authorities or something?
Well, it sounded like Crafty said she was going to go kill his kids.
That's fucked. What's wrong with her, man?
I don't know.
Imagine doing that to someone you don't even know. Come on, that's horrible. What do you think of these? Look at these.
Hang on, Cheryl. I've just come off that UK Truth Finder UK, and I just came off his channel about half an hour ago because I saw he's doing a live stream, and what he done was I had to laugh. He was cracking me up. He rang up the prison and made out that he couldn't take it anymore. That he's climbed back into the prison. He's climbed over the fence, and he's stuck in the prison. And he wants another room, another cell. And the woman was going, well, where are you? And I messaged him. I'm near the exercise yard, near the football. Can you put me back in a block? And she goes, well, hold on. We got officers running around. Look, whereabouts are you? And I messaged him. I said, say you're black and you're dressed in black as well. So maybe it's a bit harder for you to find me. But I'm back in the prison. And she said, well, go to the police station. Because I can't. I've climbed over the wall with the ladder. The ladder's on the other side. And I can't get back out. And I was speaking to him. I said, listen, I've spoken to a few people about you because you was a bit bang out of order when you first came in doing your trolling. But I think what happened was you got led astray by a few dickheads and you seem to be behaving yourself now. So, Cheryl, what have you seen and heard? He's supposed to be behaving himself now. He didn't understand. He's just a young kid. He's just a young kid trying to get some likes and shares and subscribers. Went about it the wrong way a little bit, but he's back on track. Say that to Myron.
Hi, Myron.
Hi, how you doing?
Oh, not too bad. Just having to clean up sick because the girls are ill.
Yeah, Pasha and Paloma. Paloma was sick last night, but fair play to her. She's in our bed. I think I'm going to be sick. I'm going to need a bucket. She didn't just spew all over us. So that was a good one. Didn't have to change all the sheets. And then she stayed at home, stay off school. And then now Pasha's starting to get ill. Yeah. No, maybe a late one. So they got temperatures and just giving them a bit of cowpole and stuff like that, and water, and they're not eating, and just usual things. No, I took
Yes,
them out.
please.
It was fine.
Yes, please.
Yeah, they're nice. How much today? Berner, how much?
I'm showing you. Look, fucking read, man.
What is about 3 things there? Was it $11.99?
Yeah.
Okay, what's that? 7. Oh, that's expensive.
No, that's That's 3 boxes of them. It's not just one.
£8. Quanta Kesta.
I'm gonna make a stew. I got stew and beef.
Quanta Esta. That's it. Quanta Esta. Spanish. How much?
Those are nice, eh?
It's Christmas next month, not this month. Oh, please don't do it so, Blerner. Please don't.
Why? It look good on my table, man.
Oh, fuck me. I know people that put up Christmas trees November the 1st.
I'm not putting up a Christmas tree. It's a little like a little thing for your like a poinsettia kind of thing.
Yeah, a table piece.
Yeah, it's pretty nice.
Yeah, it's nice, but it's not Christmas yet.
I don't think it's too early. Hey, how are you?
You're gonna have to get a pair of antlers for Ruckus.
My fucking neighbor just doxed me. Thanks, buddy.
I've got to go for about 3 minutes in a minute. I've got to go outside. I've got to take a little step ladder with me. And I've got to climb into the bin and jump up and down to get some more space for some more garbage.
Yeah, knock yourself out.
Thank you. And it's cold and it's really wet over here.
And you don't know what cold is.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. All right. I can't argue with that, can I? Why did you say that? You know I can't argue with that.
That's why he says it.
It's cold for your area, but really, it's not even the middle of winter yet. So quit your whining.
Yeah, but Myron, if you spent a year or so over there, you'd adapt to that weather, and you'd be cold too.
Probably not, because I like the cold weather. The dampness I don't like, but the cold weather, I'd go for that.
You've got to appreciate all seasons. All seasons in life.
Look at that. The inside's like all furry.
Well, I like summer because it shows me how good the other 3 parts of the year are.
Exactly, and you're going to love summer when you get your grower's license.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna buy a new phone. I'll be back.
Okay.
Well, no, because when you get your grower's, oh no, that's it. Your friend's going to do it, isn't it?
Well, I'm gonna get somebody else to do it. I ain't growing it. 145 plants. I can't grow it. My body wouldn't take the fucking abuse.
I don't know. I think a lot of people on here might question that.
No, I couldn't do that.
Oh, you mean like the physical side of it?
Yeah.
Not the smoking side of it.
No, I'll smoke all I want, but I can't fucking grow. I can do like real easy grows, but I can't get the best weed or anything. Oh, sometimes it did look pretty good. But I don't have the room to grow.
Yeah, that amount of a crop.
Yeah. And physically, I don't think I could do it either.
How's Effie and Bear been? Okay?
Yeah. I'm pretty happy a little while ago because I went downtown and I had to go down and get some plywood. Put over that hole on the other side of the trailer there. I took the plywood out and set it there, but I'll go out tomorrow morning and nail it in place.
How much of a hole is it?
It's a 2x4.
Blimey.
2 feet by 4 feet.
Yeah, but how big's the hole?
Hey?
How big's the hole?
What do you mean how big is it? It's 2 feet by 4 feet.
Well, that's the
Because
actual.
underneath my trailer.
Oh, well, from rock, damp.
Yeah, because the trailer's made of metal, but there's skirting around it, so you
That's what.
can't see underneath it, and that's all wood, and that's starting to deteriorate really badly.
Funny enough, that guy I said to you about earlier on that I met on a stream last night, he lives in a, you call it a trailer, we call it a caravan. The same kind of thing as you do. He's on his own. He's ex-army. He's a nice guy. I think he's more like he's in his 60s or 70s, but he said he's only 52 years of age. But he's a nice guy. You're hopefully, I told him about your channel. He subscribed to you. Hopefully, he'll pop up one night. He's an interesting guy. Nice. He's a nice person to talk to. Calm. So come on, Rascal. Are you jumping up, girl? It's too early for you to be completely stoned and out of your head yet. I did say hello last night, Myron, but I just I was on a stream, another live stream, and there's loads of big hitters on there, and God, I ended up being on there till about 1 o'clock this morning. It was a long night, but it's fun. We're just talking about shit that goes on in the UK and stuff. We're trying to build up the rebellion.
Yeah. Well, can't just send the young guys out to fight during this rebellion. Everybody's got to go out.
Yeah.
Hey, you.
His back leg.
Hey, he's gone. Be quiet. He's gone. Be quiet.
That's a silly question, Rascal. You know what my views are on that. So, Rascal, there's a couple of channels that go on. There's one called Active Patriot, and another one called Correct Not Political.
Maybe you should go on the one called Sink the Boats.
Yeah. And so, we did what? So, it's just, I tell you what, Myron, at the moment, there's hotels in England, but it's happening. I'm feeling a little bit more cheerful and hopeful for things in this country for my children. And so, if you remember, I said about these illegal immigrants entering our country from war-torn France and blah, 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 and they're getting housed in 4 or 5-star hotels. What the government have been doing is they're sending our border control, our border force, our people that are supposed to protect our waters, meeting the French halfway across the channel, in between the international waters, and then escorting them back. And then they're also giving them each year, they give the French like 60 to 100 million pounds to try and help us and stop them coming over it. It's such a fucking shit show. It really is. But anyway, so now town councils and people are starting to meet up and starting to fight back against the government. It's a slow, but it's starting. It's starting. And also now hotels. People that own hotels, where the government are coming up to them, offering them an absurd amount of money to house these migrants. Are saying no, because if we do that, that means we're going to have to break so many people's hearts, like people that are booked for weddings, cancelling their weddings, and so on and so on and so on. And then you're going to also, the environment, these local little villages and towns out in the outbacks that are taking on these migrants. There's nothing for them to do. You're putting the community at risk with hundreds of young, fit, fighting males to roam the streets. So, yeah, it's starting to happen, Myron. At long last.
Well, it's about time you chicken shit Englishmen started to buck up and do things.
Well, after we ruled 3/4 of the world, we thought we'd take a cigarette break.
Yeah, and right there is what your biggest problem is.
Yeah.
You tried to take over the fucking world and couldn't do it.
Well, 3/4 of it. I think that's not too bad.
I don't know if you took over 3/4 of it. You didn't take over China. You didn't take over Japan. You didn't take over Russia. That's a big part.
China.
Right there.
China. Hold on a second. Did we hand back sovereignty to them a few years ago?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's all right. We won't get into that one then.
Yeah, but that was only Hong Kong.
Mm.
That was all of China.
Want to come here as refugees?
I don't know.
We treat
I
them
don't
so
know about fucking refugees coming there.
Why would stop? Anyway, yeah, like I said, people are just fed up with the fucking police. They're fed up with the crime in England and all the other things. And do you know what? I read in the paper today, some kiddie who was 16, 17 years of age pulled out a gun on a disabled woman. He's a little hood. He's a rat. And he got a suspended sentence. He didn't go to prison for it. It wasn't a real gun, but at the time, she didn't know that. One of those BB guns. And he got a suspended sentence. Didn't even go to prison for putting a gun out on a disabled old woman. Bastard. I'll tell you what, if I'd have seen that, I'd be the one going to prison. Because I'd give him such a fucking kicking. As best I can, in my abilities. But yeah, it's just people in England now, and across Europe as well. It's not just England. It's Italy, Germany, France, all the other places. They're getting fed up with it all. This new world reset order thing. So it's coming on. I mean, like the things like the Ukraine war. There's lots of countries now are stepping back and saying we don't want to support you anymore. You've lied. You're wrong. You're bad in what you do. So it's just a matter of time. But it shouldn't have got into that state in the first place. The only people who are making the money out of it and encouraging it is USA and UK. I mean, USA are the biggest exporters of arms. The more wars they are, the more money they make. I mean, Clinton's Hillary Clinton, her family are well into like weapons manufacture and stuff like that. It's all about the contracts and shit. But anyway, let's move on for that one. How's your dietary been lately, Myron? Anything nice, different food-wise?
I had 3 pieces of chicken. Cost me $6 for about an ounce or 2.
Is that it?
Yeah, there wasn't much chicken there. 1 drumstick. It wasn't that fucking big a drumstick, and a couple of pieces that were breaded. $6.
Whereabouts in Spain did you go, Rascal? Yeah, that's the thing is, Myron, in Spain, you could buy all these replica guns that are BB guns and stuff. They look like the real thing. You could buy these zombie knives over there. There's different laws over there. It's the same with fireworks. Like in England, you can't have things called bangers. Do you remember those things? You lit them, threw them, ba-boom. Benidorm.
We call them firecrackers.
Yeah. They're banned in England. I bought a load back from Spain. The Spanish are fucking... They're mental with fireworks. It's like being in, I don't know, Beirut. Even little kids like Paloma's age have got bangers and they throw fireworks everywhere. And I tell you what, Rascal, I know where that shop is where you're talking about, where you could buy those guns. It's on the strip in Benidorm, and you go into like an arcade of other little shops, and I know what she's talking about. I know exactly where she's talking about. I know Benidorm quite like the back of my hand. We've never stayed there, but we go and visit there. They do good Sunday lunches. It's a very cheap and cheerful, seedy, cheesy. You need a shower afterwards. Yeah, I've got some of those. Now,
Yeah.
when you got there, Myron, in Spain, you can get 200 for €1, which is about 80 pence. It's about $1.20 for 200.
Yeah, I think it's more expensive than that here.
Yeah, very, very cheap, the fireworks over there. When I first went into this shop with my boy, we found one out in the middle of nowhere, like where you live there. Imagine going up into the woods, miles from anywhere, and it's this little shop all by itself. I thought, does that say fireworks? Pyrotech. So I went in there, and oh my God, I said to the girl, how much is that? And she goes, oh, and then we give you a second one gratis, for free. And I go, I'll be back. I went back to the car and I just pulled out a wedge of money and I filled the whole of my boot up with fireworks. So cheap. Honestly, it really is. Oh, actually, hang on. Oh, let me just see. Where did I put that? Hang on. Here we go. Harley tried to steal some the other day. Hang on a minute. These are baby ones, but hang on a minute. There we go. Look.
Well, that's the same thing as I had, pretty much.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I got these other ones. Some of them are death charges. What you do is you can throw them into water, into a lake, and they're like a depth charge. They go down, and suddenly they go boom, and all the fish float to the surface. If you want to go fishing,
that's illegal.
Yeah. And I've got some. I mean, they're only about. Oh, they're so cheap. And I throw them onto the grass, and it leaves a little crater. And I tell you what, one of them, I threw it about 25 feet away from me, and it felt when it went off, it felt like somebody like punched me in my chest. It hit me, scared the shit out of me. So yeah, it's very cheap. That's what I love about Spain. It's so cheap. You can have such a good lifestyle over there for 25% of what we spend in England to live like a poor person. But like I said, Benidorm's a bit of a shithole. It's all right to visit for the day. They've got so in the evenings they've got things like this. Like you go around all the main strip where they've got the bars and they've got shows on. And they've got one show called Sticky Vicky. Do you remember that rascal, Sticky Vicky? I don't know how long ago you went there. And this woman, what she does is she gets a ping pong ball and she puts it in a do-do-do-do-do-do.
Yeah, I've heard of that before.
And she fires it out. But the trouble is, Myron, she's about 68, 70 years of age. And now her daughter does it as well. A mother and daughter act doing that. Can you imagine? Now that's how tacky it is over there. Sticky Vicky. What year did you go over there, Rascal? I reckon she went over there about 15 years ago. Maybe 20. It's a fun place, don't get me wrong. It is what it is for what it is. But when we go there just for the day and we come back, you feel like you need a shower because the whole place is all like deep fry and chips and battered sausages and that kind of food. And so the grease is in the air. It's not very nice. You feel slimy. And the beach is like a cove. It's not very. It's quite a biggish beach, but it's not. It's got like a cove, like in the shape of a sea. And there's no toilets. There's no toilets there. And so this beach gets so packed out, you can't even see a grain of sand. It's so full with big fat English people, big bellies, and that kind of stuff. That's great. Turkey, I don't know about Turkey. Turkey's very seedy. They grab the young girl's ass and stuff like that. They're very pedophile over there. It's not called Turkey anymore, anyway. It's called Turkey. If you know, they've announced that they're called Turkey, and they're not very happy with the Americans at the moment because there's a terrorist attack in Turkey about 5 days ago, and the person that done it was trained by the American intelligence agency. So when America offered their condolences, Erdogan, the Turkish president, told them to go fuck themselves, basically, in so many words. It's one of my fun facts for the evening.
Yeah, but once you train somebody and they go out on their own, you can't exactly fucking tell them where they can and cannot go and who they can and cannot, whatever.
Who trained ISIS? Who supplied them with weapons originally to overthrow the Taliban? The USA.
Well, I don't know if I'd trade a camel for you, rascal. Yeah, our Thanksgiving was a month or so ago.
Is it that long ago?
Yeah.
Oh, do you do Thanksgiving a different time to USA?
Yeah.
Oh,
We don't celebrate the fucking annihilation of the native people like they do in the States.
They don't do that today?
Well, what do you think Thanksgiving is?
I thought it was for
the white men come in and slaughtered all the fucking Indians or natives. Yes.
No, hang on a minute. Right, so I thought Thanksgiving was like a family, like Christmas, where you all come down and you have a turkey and all that kind of thing. No?
Yeah, you could have a turkey.
Enlighten me, Myron.
About what?
About the Americans' Thanksgiving.
Well, okay. John Smith and Pocahontas.
Uh-huh.
John Smith was 27 years old. Pocahontas was 13 or 14 when he was banging her. Ooh. You don't think that's a little pedophile?
just a bit. Yeah, obviously.
And yet, that's what Thanksgiving really is all about in the States.
Oh, I didn't know that. So, well, like you just said, Thanksgiving is like a celebratory thing like Christmas Day, where the family comes and they all eat lots of food and they celebrate and all that kind of stuff. I don't think presents were involved, are they, Myron? You don't do gifts on Christmas Day, no? Don't celebrate Harvest Day no much more, do they? Do you remember Harvest Festival?
We never celebrated that.
Well, the whole point of Harvest Festival in England, and we still do it here, but not as much as it used to be. And so everyone used to bring in food from the crops and stuff and donate it to the people of a less need, more needy ones. You don't see that no more.
Well, that's because the fucking elite probably made it illegal to do that.
Yeah. No,
there's something going on today, because that's the third time I've seen a cop go down the street. Or maybe
it wasn't me.
I don't know what's going on.
And the reason Rascal, they don't do that so much now, because it's a religious thing, isn't it? It was a Christian type thing to be like giving and trying to help others less fortunate of you. But, look at schools now. I mean, back in my day, you used to have a picture of the Queen, and in the morning, you used to have like an assembly, and you'd sing you'd sing things like all good things, bright and beautiful, God gave, and that kind of songs and stuff like that. You're not allowed to do that no more. You might offend.
Never heard of that song before.
All
We
things
didn't have
beautiful.
we didn't have to do that stuff.
Yes, all things bright and beautiful, or creatures great and small. No. Heathen.
No. You're fucking there's another different country. And yes, I am a fucking heathen. I'm damn proud of it. I haven't been brainwashed like a lot of people.
It's what we grew up with, our parents and our parents and our parents' parents' parents, that kind of structure of life.
I've got lots of cousins that are fucking religious. My mom and dad were semi-religious.
Christian value.
I was raised Anglican, but once I was 18 and allowed to make my own decisions, I was atheist.
Rascal. Yeah, he's got the whole world in his hands. I haven't heard that one for a long time either. I reckon you went to good Catholic girls' school. To remember that one.
Oh. Catholic girls start much too late.
They're the worst ones. They're the naughtiest girls. Trust me. I've been out with a few Irish girls that come from a good Catholic family. God. They're the naughtiest ones. They really are.
I don't pledge allegiance to fucking anything, Darren. The only allegiance I pledge to is myself. That's the only person you gotta watch out for. The fucking Canada and the United States don't fucking matter. Oh, private school.
Yeah, see, I told
Fancy.
you. I told you, didn't I? I went to private school as well.
Posh.
All boys.
Posh.
Oh, here we go. Here we go. Rascal, what have we done?
We don't have private or around where I live. There's no such thing as a private school. I don't even know if there's a private school in all of Alberta. Probably is, but I don't know of it.
But if you remember, Rascal, on our previous conversations, not that I like to bleat about it now, I'm more embarrassed than anything. I went to school with Boris. Come on up, girl. Don't be doing the tech stuff. Come on up and get on the street. Too shy. Susie,
Hey, Susie.
Good evening. How's Susie up to tonight? All good? Now, I don't know if Rascal was saying no way as in Boris thing or no way she's going to come up on the stream. You've done it before, girl. You've done it a few times before. It's not like your first rodeo. Yeah. What's your temperature like at the moment?
Every time. Oh, it's nice. I don't know what it is, but it's nice.
Your snow, is it gone now?
No, it don't go away till spring.
So your snow will stay with you now till next spring?
Yes.
Wow.
We could get it before, sometimes 2-3 weeks before Halloween. But it hasn't been that way the last 3 or 4 years.
Only one thing I hate about this time of year is having to clean the fucking leaves up. They seem to be. I got some kind of leaf magnet at my house. You see my property. I've shown you it before, and they all seem to fucking blow into my courtyard, into my garden, all around. It's a nightmare. Honestly, it takes. And I'm the only one that cleans them up. No one else helps out around here. They all come to my fucking my driveway, my pathway, my sidewalk outside. They all come here. It's so annoying. But it is what it is. It's okay. It gets me out there. It gets me a bit active.
Yeah. We had a pretty nice fall this year. I think Susie, it was really good for hunting.
So you call your fall what we call autumn. When when it
Same
leaves
thing,
the
yeah.
ground. Yeah, same thing in it. Autumn, fall.
You guys invented the English language, but I think Canadians perfected it.
Well, you're a bit lazy, I think, because you call it a fall because it's only a couple of letters, where we call it autumn. You're just too lazy to write the word autumn. Oh, no, the leaves are falling. Let's just call it fall.
Susie, I lived in Slave Lake one winter in, oh, that was back in the 80s, so that's more than 25 years.
Why is it called Slave Lake? Is there anything sinister behind that?
Don't know. There's a lot of names of things, like there's a place called Moose Jaw.
Mustar.
Moose Jaw.
Oh, Moose Draw. Yeah, okay.
Jaw. Jaw.
Yeah, as in yeah,
Jaw.
yeah. That's what I said.
You sounded like you said draw.
Jaw.
Draw. Jaw.
That's a bizarre, weird name, isn't it?
What, Moose Jaw?
Yeah.
Well, every moose has a jaw.
Oh, snakes have a tail. I don't go call someone a snake tail.
What about head smashed in buffalo jump?
Mm. Oh, do you still have much buffalo up there?
Well, we got a few.
Do people still eat it? Can you buy it in the supermarkets or butchers?
Yeah, you could. Be cheaper to go buy one right off the farmer.
Because buffalo's a good meat. It's a good meat, high in protein, very tasty. I've had it once years ago. It's classed as being exotic over in the United Kingdom, buffalo. I mean, you can order it. I can buy it. I mean, if I Google it now, I bet I could buy it, but it's not cheap. Buffalo meat. Let's have a look.
Oh, some years ago, it was so fucking cheap. If you went out to one guy's farm, you could shoot your own buffalo right in his fucking yard and take it home for nothing. You didn't have to pay him a fucking thing. He wasn't making any money on them, and they was losing his farm.
Oh, it's not too. Do you know it's not too bad, Myron? Right, so $34.50. That's about. Oh, really? Hold on a minute. $34.50 a kilo, which is about 50 Canadian dollars a kilo. Buffalo ribeye steaks, 8 ounce.
So that's $17 a pound.
Yeah.
Not bad.
23, 24. So that's about $32 for 2 8-ounce steaks, ribeyes. That's not too bad, actually. That's about 12, 13 pounds. Yeah, so about 15.
Yes, Susie, fuck that. Nobody can tell me what to say. It's fucking buffalo. Them fucking knotheads that work in the government think they know everything. Fuck them.
We have the huge Great Slave Lake in Northwest Territories.
Yeah, but that's not the one. There's one down in Alberta is the one she was talking about.
Mm.
If you go start at the top and go right down the middle of the map, you should see it.
A bison and buffalo, the same thing.
Yes.
That's what I thought. Was it called bison originally?
I think bison is fucking
Slang term?
no, buffalo's a native term.
Okay, yeah.
A buccaneer froze to death one night in Slave Lake, Susie. Oh, look at this.
Mr. Hippie. How you doing, bro?
What's up, Myron?
Oh,
What's
no.
up, UK?
Same shit, always getting there. Oh, what are you smoking tonight? It's killing you.
Blue Dream. The
Cough
good
it
shit.
up, boy. Cough it up.
Oh,
Doesn't sound like it's much of a dream if you got to cough that much.
Yeah, Freddy Krueger's dreams. I think you want to call that Freddy Krueger.
it's a roach joint. I've been smoking a couple of roach joints. Shit kicks your ass.
How many you had?
How many joints today? It's only my
Yeah.
second. I didn't get up till late. I read the Bible until all hours of the night last night live.
Yeah,
Myron's
you was live
favorite
last
thing.
night, weren't you? You was on last night, weren't you? Live.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did see. I was on another stream. I was going to jump over, but I was on a UK stream, hosting a
I heard
stream. Yeah.
Cool.
Trying to sort the world out.
Me
As we all
too.
do.
Saving the world one little town at a time. One little American town at a time.
And when you fix that one, you have to go back to the start because that one's got broken while you was away fixing the other one.
It's true. Susie, how are you?
Never ending.
Oh, man.
Do you ever do bongs as well, Hippie?
I don't. No. I do
Yeah,
a bong when I press some of the scraps from growing. I'll use the, the dab rig. But other than that, no. Good. And you? Chilling? Got done with my daily chores, so I thought I'd come say hi to Myron. Oh,
Sound like
feeling
you
a
got a
little
bit of a
sick.
cold.
Yeah, I'm thinking that myself. A little bit of a runny nose this afternoon. Feeling kinda.
Need some Vicks Vapo Rub.
Ooh, Vicks, I love it. Just rub some on my mustache and breathe.
Oh, stick some up in your fucking nose. Get it
Really?
where-
Shove it
where I
right in
put it.
there?
That's where I put it.
That's
That's
my
what-
wife's favorite words. Just shove it right up in there.
Make sure you don't go for a piss afterwards.
This one is a bit less than the other one.
And then make yourself a hot toddy with some honey and some lemon, maybe some rum and some hot water.
Ooh.
Whiskey.
With a
Whiskey.
cinnamon stick.
Yeah.
No, we're not out to get drunk. We're trying to make medicine here, UK.
Yeah, a bit of whiskey,
Wow.
honey, lemon. Like you said, the cinnamon stick as well. That's nice. Mix it all up. It's called a hot toddy kind of thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Rub Vicks on your feet at night with Vicks, and then put your socks on. Wow.
Yes, and that's good. That's good as well when it's really really hot and you can't sleep. That's a good way to help you get to sleep when it's really too hot to sleep.
I remember during COVID, I was having bad chest pains, and I had a little bit of a cough a couple days ago. Before that, and a British guy, UK medic, said, "Hippie, that sounds like
I know him.
beginnings of pneumonia. You should put some Vicks Vapor Rub on your chest and under your nose, and if it still hurts tomorrow, you might want to think about going to the hospital." And sure enough, I put that shit on my chest and under my nose, and woke up the next morning like a king.
It
No
works.
chest pains.
It's eucalyptus, isn't it? It's eucalyptus, if I remember rightly. Is that right, Myron?
Yeah.
It's good
Yeah,
stuff.
shit kicks ass.
It's all I use. I use
Like-
it for.
We put it on a vaporizer. It's got like a
so-
little tray
Uh,
dehumidifier thing.
We use it on our kids all the time.
Here.
You know, when they're not very well, they're stuffy and they can't go to sleep. You put a bit of it in and it's magic. That's what I mean. This earth has so many medicines.
Hey,
Go on.
Glenn, how's it going?
Really good. How we doing?
Not too bad.
Hey, Glenn. This is the
Hey,
guy I was talking
Simon, how
about
you
earlier on.
doing? You all right?
Hey,
Well,
Myron, this is the guy I was
greetings from
talking
the
about
UK,
earlier on.
Myron. This God bless the UK was a really good man who recommended your channel tonight. So he done a little bit of work on my IT stuff for me, and he said, "Get onto Myron's channel, you'll enjoy it." So here I am.
Welcome.
3 different continents: Canada, America, UK.
Canada and the United States are in North American
Well,
continent.
that's true. All right,
Hey,
3
Glenn,
different
right?
countries then. How's that? Does that work?
Yeah. Yeah, that'll work.
Like I said, Glenn, right? It's not thousands and thousands of subscribers and millions of people on the panel all shouting at each other. It's just this is more of a quality than a quantity channel.
Yeah, that's what I would like. But I mean, after Crinkle's little episode last night, I was
Oh
like,
shit!
yeah, okay.
Wondering, you know Crinkle? Shut
Of
up.
course. Every time I go in his channel, he puts me up on panel. He loves us Americans.
You're joking me. You know Crinkle. You lying
Of
to
course.
me. You're like Crinkle the dickhead with the
I
glasses.
know everybody in England. BuzzTex, freaking Film Boy. I know all the channels. I've been over there for years.
Crinkle is such a bad end.
Yeah, I
He
know
was last
Crinkle.
night, wasn't he?
Wears
He was
sunglasses, always drinking.
Looks like he's in a clothing bank.
Yeah, that's his laundry
Always-
room, isn't it?
always
He
being
used to
Good.
put on Crinkle live from the laundry. He's like about a 6-foot high stack of washing behind him, isn't
Yeah,
he?
it's a clothing bank. You know, like when you go to the grocery store, they got the car park, and you put clothes into a clothing bank to donate them. That's what he lives in.
Yeah, he lived. Yeah, he must live in there. He must not live anywhere other part wherever he lives, a flat or house, whatever he's got. He must just live and breathe in that laundry room.
I brought this up, and people reckon that that's a green screen. It's not a green screen. It's not a green screen. He's
I think it's just his pile of clothes in his room, if you ask me.
It is.
It
Thank
is.
you.
It is.
It's not a green
It's-
screen, is it? Wandering.
No.
Nah. Well done. Thank you. Oh dear. I can't believe you know him, hippie.
Yeah, I've been on that panel quite a few times. I
Yeah,
used to,
He pawned
about a year ago, I used to hang on all the British panels because America was kind of in a drama moment. Now we're all in a drama moment, but I used to hang on BuzzTech. I used to hang on Film Boy. Used to hang in Bears all the time. Cop Watcher 2. Quite a few of those other guys. I like hanging out over there.
and vice versa.
Right?
We're all cousins. You know, we're cousins in one way or another.
Sure.
I don't know how in the fuck you take so much when you're trimming there, Susie.
Right? Maybe she's taking a break.
Glyn also lives in a trailer, as you call it. There you, Glyn.
Yeah. I live in we call them static caravans over here, but American
Mom.
and Canadian.
God.
Same as Byron.
Quick view. Where are we? What can I show you? I've got the curtains closed because it's howling a gale. I'm chucking down with rain at the moment. But
He lives by
yeah,
the
there
coast.
you go. Quick view. But I love it. I love
He
this
lives.
life.
He lives
Cool.
on a coast called the Isle of Sheppey.
Yeah, a little island off of the North Kent coast out into the Thames estuary or into the North Sea.
Hey, Bob, how's it going with you? Sorry there, Glenn.
That's all right, Myron. But yeah, I love it down here, right next to the sea. Can't beat it.
I live on an island, literally. Cape Cod.
In the
Yeah,
ocean.
I am surrounded on all sides by water. It's less than a mile and a half wide. It's beautiful.
yeah,
I
we're
guess.
not
How many
too
people live
bad.
on
We're,
How many people
Go ahead,
live on
Glenn.
your island, Hippie?
Say it again.
How many people populate the island?
My town is 2,000 in the winter, and then goes to 34,000 in the summer because it's a tourist trap.
1.5 miles wide.
Yep,
Fuck me. Do you all like stand up in the summertime?
pretty much. Good luck trying to go to a store. That's why when the lockdown happened, the famous C-word lockdown,
Yeah.
everyone was crying. I was laughing because I locked down every summer, at least 6 months, because there's so many tourists here, you can't do anything anyway. You got to go shopping at 4 in the morning and that kind of thing.
that's the problem we get down here in the summer. We've got some trailer park. I call it trailer parks. You
Mhm.
understand it? Down where I live, the trailer park I'm on, it's all privately owned. Everybody owns their own trailer or
Right.
caravan.
It's
So
80.
But you go sort of like half a mile down the road into a little town called Laysdown, and the trailer parks there are all rental sites. And some of them have got
What do you
200
make this?
plus caravans. So in the summer months, they rent them out, and it's absolutely packed solid with tourists
Glenn.
down there.
You in the south?
South of England, yeah.
Yeah.
Southeast.
Thought so.
Southeast
I-
corner.
A lot of friends from Britain that I met through gaming 10 years ago. They're mostly Geordies from Hebburn and Newcastle.
I used to live up there. I lived in the northeast of England I've been back in Kent or the Isle of Sheppey for about just over 10 years now. But I lived up northeast England. I lived in Gateshead, and I lived
Great
up there.
people.
I lived up there
Northern monkeys. They would call you Southern Fairy.
Oh yeah,
And then all the bastards.
the Geordies.
No-
We just call them the Geordies. And
Northern monkeys, Geordies, yep.
I went up
That-
on a contract. I went up on a job. It was on a contract up there, and it was supposed to last about 3 to 4 months. The job, but it carried on a little bit longer. Then the contract finished. But I was having such a good time up there and enjoying it, and the nightlife in Newcastle
Darren.
upon Tyne. And I stayed up there for 10 years.
Yeah, my buddy works in shipyards over there, him and his father. So they're either in Hebburn in the shipyard or they go down to the south somewhere. They work in the shipyards down there for a couple months.
Yeah, down at
and then-
Tynemouth. Yeah, you got Tynemouth.
Yeah,
then you got
Tyne. Yeah.
Yeah, Tynemouth.
Most of them are closed down though, aren't they, Glenn?
Have they?
The big one, which was at the main contract for the Royal Navy, that was Swan Hunter. That was just down the road from where I ended up working, and that closed because basically they lost the government contract because the contract was
aboard.
shipped over.
It's
Yeah,
India
this-
or something like that.
I think some of it went to India, and some of the contract for like building the hulls, which Swan Hunter specialised in, that went over to Norway.
Just like our British Steel is owned by India.
Just like British Steel, just like British Coal, just like everything else that we were great for, all gone.
It's owned by foreigners.
Basically.
Always found it interesting that the name Geordie comes from a Geordie lamp, which was a lamp that they used in caving.
Was it?
Yeah, a
Yep.
Geordie lamp.
It's the Geordie lamp in the mines, down the mines.
Yep. They knew when shit was going bad because they wouldn't burn good when the air was bad. So it was kind of a
That's
multi-purpose.
That's what it is. It had a little candle in it. And when there was mining, if the oxygen level started getting low, the flame on the candle would obviously die down, and you knew it was time to retreat.
Hey, UK, God bless. How do I know more about Britain than you do?
Hey, Seymour.
I didn't know that. All right, hang on a minute. What's a miner's? Well, okay then. What's a miner's pasty?
A miner's pasty?
Pasty, yeah. So we're talking about mining and knowing about Britain and everything.
I'm trying to think. Because I love mining. I don't know. Not sure. Go ahead.
They're delicious. They're really nice. What it is, a miner's pasty. So a pasty is in the shape of a D, letter D, yeah? Capital D.
Okay.
And they had a big crust around the side, like you got a Cornish pasty. And the reason why they were so crusty around the sides is because the guys that are working down in the coal mines, their hands were filthy black with coal dust and that. And so it would start off with all the meat and potato and the black peppers and carrots and stuff.
Oh, sounds
And
good.
as they worked there 3/4 of the way down, the rest of it would be apple, like an apple pie, as a dessert. And they were still selling them down the Isle of Wight up until about 3 years ago. They stopped, and Morrison's were doing them, Lynn, down the Isle of Wight. That's the only place in England you could get one recently. So it's called the Miner's Pasty. Like I said, it was like a dessert, a main course, and a dessert all in one. That's why, like on the side of a pasty, you got a big, thick band of pastry.
Big thick crust around one side, around the band,
That's for them to hold it with their dirty fingers and not eat it. What a waste. I'd have still eaten it.
Honestly, I'd eat a bit of coal dust won't hurt you, will it?
No, and I'll tell you what, talking about coal, they are seriously thinking about bringing it back. The mines in England.
Yeah.
Because coal, for the amount you're using, at the moment, we're importing it from China. We've got fucking coal mines all over England. But coal throws out such a massive heat. And for the amount of velocity, like the quantity you're using, I mean, we've still got coal fire stations in England, haven't we?
We've got some, not many now. A lot of them, they've converted a lot of them over to gas now. They're running off gas.
And we've just closed down a fucking nuclear, Hinkley power station. We just closed down.
Hinkley Point's gone,
nuclear power station. We just closed it down.
We're going to be all electric. They're going to be electric roads, and they'll all be satellite dishes and soaking up the...
How are you going to run that electric?
Oh, they're already messing with it now. I'm sure it won't be only a matter of time. Like my state passed the law: no gas engines after 2030.
Yeah, we've got the same. That's what the UK government's trying to implement by 2030. No petrol or diesel engine cars on the road, all electric. And we was like, okay, fair enough. It's as a base idea. Fair enough. Then the argument is if you're going to take 40-odd million cars off the streets of the UK and replace them with electric cars, where are you going to charge them? Because there's no charging infrastructure.
Well, that's why the technology that I've seen is they're talking about the roads being satellite, which makes perfect sense. Not satellite, but...
charging.
Yeah, they're gonna pick up the rays from the sun and they'll charge the car at the same time.
Well, in China, the central reservation of a freeway or motorway, whatever you want to call it, highways, they got set in the central reservation. They've got solar panels.
Right.
That's okay for the fucking
I'll be back.
cities,
1 second.
Exactly, Myron.
but out here, uh, most of the people drive on gravel roads most of the time.
Right.
Yeah.
So how are you going to charge an electric vehicle like that?
And also the distance as well. And then also for you, Myron, you get minus 40 over there. But
Yep.
when they tell you, oh, it's got a range of 300 miles, yeah, without that's just you in the car on your own. So say now you've got a van like an Amazon delivery driver, and he's got a load of stuff in the back. Then you're going to need heating, and then when the winter comes, you need your lights on even longer. That's going to reduce the range down to 100 miles an hour, 100 miles on a charge, and you got to wait how many hours for a charge?
Yeah, well, it's so fucking stupid. They should just fucking develop hemp.
Yes,
Right.
exactly.
It'll happen soon enough.
Oh, it will, but they're gonna fucking the people
What
with
is it?
power and money are gonna fuck everything up first.
It's 19 states in America now, so I would suspect it will probably not before the end of next year before they federally make it legal. Once that happens, it's on. Because right now they still can't do testing with weed because most colleges and types of businesses that do research get money from the federal government. Because weed is illegal federally, nobody can do research on weed, which is sad.
How about hippie? There's two different types, isn't there? There's one that is negative and one that's positive. One that's got the content in it, and
Right,
one that hasn't.
THC.
Yeah,
Right,
yeah. So they
but
can.
but you gotta understand that big oil and big gas don't want weed becoming. So you're gonna make it hard for
A bit like big companies that do tobacco don't want vaping.
right.
There you go. I need a pee. I'll be back in a minute.
And it's not only the oil and the gas, the forestry industry,
Yeah,
because
clothing,
anything you can make
yeah,
out of wood, you can
plastic.
make out of hemp. Yeah, you can make everything out of hemp, and it would be fairly healthy for the fucking earth.
Yeah.
And we
You ever
could
smoke
burn.
weed, Glenn? You don't seem like a weed type guy.
No. I've over the years, well, especially in my younger years, I used to have a
Right.
little bit of it. But
Nice.
as I got older, I've not really.
No, that's fine. I don't judge people ever. You
Every now
must
and then,
have
some.
you must have a few sips of the good whiskey or something, though, right? Or
Sorry?
some sips of good whiskey, or maybe a little vodka you drink.
I like a nice single malt scotch. Yeah, I'm a
There
bit
you go.
partial to
I
a
knew there
single
was
malt
something you were into. Everybody's got their little vice,
scotch.
right?
Yeah. Every now and then, it gets to like a Saturday evening. And I think, you know what? I'm going to treat myself to just like a half bottle of single malt scotch, and I will sit on ice, and I will just sip it and enjoy it. I think, yeah. But every now and then, as a treat, it's a little treat every now and then.
Once a year, I get drunk on YouTube live. My birthday just passed 2 weeks ago. I got shit faced out of my mind on a live stream. It was fun as fuck. It was stupid, but it was fun.
That's the idea. As long as it's fun, that's the main thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I drank way too much. I'm an addict, I'm recovering from all different kinds of drugs, but mainly Oxycontin, and hurt my neck and got addicted to that shit. Got me all fucked up for a while. And every other drug growing up, but I've been sober about 10 years, but every time I drink, you see the addiction in me come out because I have a couple drinks and I'm doing fine, and then all of a sudden it just comes a moment when I keep drinking when I shouldn't. Most people know when to quit, but
It can be a habit. I got the last year or so. I got into habit. I've had some problems in my life.
gotcha. Sorry to hear that.
That's all right. They're sorting out that it was. I'd get up in the morning, and the first thing I'd reach for would be a bottle of wine. It'd be 7 o'clock in the morning, can't sleep, and I'd pour a glass of wine.
Yeah, it's probably over 10 years I've been sober. No drugs at all except for weed. And drinking, the last 2 years I got drunk on my birthday, but before that it was probably about 8 years since I drank. I don't enjoy booze. Makes me hungover and feel like shit for a week after. I gotta try Myron's method of drinking. He likes to inhale alcohol.
Oh no, Glenn, you don't know, do you? Did you know you can smoke alcohol?
Didn't know you could smoke. I snorted whiskey once.
No.
That was not a sensible thing to do, because that was just like
Myron, tell him what you can do with alcohol.
You put alcohol in a container. If you want to do it the safe way and use a 2-liter bottle of pop, get a cork that fits in there, drill a hole in the cork that you could use a bicycle pump, air pump to put the needle in, and then pump it up. Say you put maybe 2 ounces in the bottle, and you pump the air pressure up, pull the cork, and all the air will rush out, and it'll suck up vapors. And then you take a straw and suck the vapors off. I do it with putting it in a pop can and then heating the alcohol up in the pop can to get the vapors to rise. And
so you get
1 hour after you're done sniffing it, you're completely sober, no matter how fucked up you were.
And you can drive.
And you can drive. After 1 hour, you quit from quitting inhaling.
Vaping it. It's basically vaping alcohol.
Oh, dear.
Right?
It's good.
I wonder if it's more healthy.
Well, way more healthy.
Yeah, because
I would think it would
be. First off, you've got fucking just a little bit of vapors going through your system. You don't have a fucking quart or 2 of whatever.
Oh, yeah, liquid.
Yeah.
What in your liver?
Yeah. Like I only put a couple milliliters, maybe 20 milliliters into a can, which is way less than an ounce.
So it's cheaper as well.
Oh yeah, you get one fucking bottle of Everclear would last me a lifetime. But you don't have, if you got a favorite anything, you can use that. If you want to do it with scotch, you can inhale scotch. But I don't know. It's not a good idea to put alcohol around people that can't handle themselves around alcohol. UK.
Yes.
Look at you and beer.
Well, I'm okay. If I stick to ales, I just drink a few ales. The next day, I don't feel right. So what it is, right, hippie? This is what it is. You got to stick to the same germ for starters. Don't mix and match alcohol. Don't have whiskey and spirits and ale. That's what fucks you up. That's what gives you the bad head the next day. Secondly, is that like lager and things like what do they call it, Budweiser and all these like Stella Artois. It was nice 15 years ago. It was okay, but they changed something chemically. I think they put like a substance like MSG, monosodium glutamate, in it. Because the next day, I'm shaking like a shitting dog if I drink that, and my head feels funny. But if I just drink ales...
Sorry, go
on. Go on, mate. No, go
on. I've noticed that, especially with lagers. I mean, going back 20 years ago, like you say, you'd get a pint of Stella at a bar, and it tasted crisp. It had that Stella Artois taste.
Cut through the crap on the back of your throat.
Yeah, and it was gorgeous. And then you'd get like a Kronenberg or Carlsberg Export.
1066. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, 1066, Tuborg. Remember Tuborg?
Yeah.
And they were nice beers. But you go to a pub now, not I go to a pub that often,
talking about beer.
and you get a pint of Stella, and you take a mouthful of it, and you just think, it's tasteless. It's
It's
just
not
like,
that so much, Glenn. It's the next day. Do you feel a bit shaky and a bit fuzzy in the head?
yeah.
It's chemical. It's chemical. It's very chemically infused now. Where you got proper ales, you can go to Aldi's. I at the moment I like the Ruby Red Ale. It's 5.2% volume. I can drink several of those in the evening, and the next morning I feel fine. I don't feel shaky.
Yeah.
Good evening, Jason.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I heard you talking about beer.
Yeah,
That's
but
what it is.
you're not included because you're not drinking beer. By the way, Glenn, Jason's a good fat. He's a good guy, right? He drinks that Coors Light, that 3% stuff.
Yeah.
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 But he's a good guy. He's all right.
I'll tell you one of my favourite ales at the moment is in
Pardon?
Witherspoons.
Gotta
One of
stick
my
with the light
favourite
beer.
ales is
Doom
Sharp Street Doombar.
Yeah, as I said, Doombar. That's my nickname,
Doombar.
Charles.
That is-
And God bless,
that's-
if I
that's
start
your way.
drinking
That's
stronger
not
beer,
normal.
you're not going to talk to me anymore.
And I'll tell
I'll
you,
always
it's a-
talk to you. I'll always
You
talk
won't.
to you. I'm very forgiving. So, Jason, so we've got a new member on the panel tonight called Glyn that I met
Hi,
last
Glenn.
night
Good
on
to
a
meet
UK
you.
panel. And he's a nice guy. It's just
And
it's
hi,
a bit
hippie.
like Simon, lives
My
in-
What's up, Jason?
Hey, Jesus.
Don't worry, Glenn. I don't listen to anything he says, so.
Oh, Jesus is in there. So we got a resident, right, Glenn. We got a resident squirrel abuser. His name's Jesus McCracken, but I know it's Jesus McCracken. But don't ever take anything to heart.
All right.
He's a
so
stand-up.
he hates squirrels.
No, he loves them sexually.
Oh, God.
Really, I thought it was him noticed you.
Anyway, on that note, no.
Anyway, how's your day been, Jace?
Busy. I finally dragged the boss down to make him work for the day.
Oh,
Fuck,
poor
he's
Todd.
slow. He's slow.
Poor Todd.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Todd won't go to work.
Where's Todd tonight?
He's sitting home watching. He's probably watching.
You got to say a few derogatory things and he'll be up in a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's a fiddler too.
Yes, you are the only girl here now, rascal. Well, so why don't you jump up on the panel? Stop being a shy girl.
She wouldn't come up when there was just three of us. Why the fuck would she come up when there's five?
More,
Right?
Well, I'll tell you what, if
Good
I was
point.
on panel and I was the only guy and there's loads of women, I'd be jumping in there. If I
Oh,
wasn't
right.
married.
Yeah, but you're a fucking guy. You're not a woman. It's your brain is doesn't.
Wait,
They don't work the
maybe-
same way.
Nah, never mind. Maybe he is just a little bit.
If I wasn't married, of course.
I'm right there. I'm single,
meant-
so I'm like,
You got a fucking
little bit
baby
of-
on the way, and you're talking like that. Jesus Christ!
I said if I wasn't married.
I think I need to roll a joint.
Right, do you know what, Myron? Like, so we don't know how far she's gone, and all that kind of stuff, pregnancy-wise, and we got to drive 40 miles away, 50 miles away to get an appointment. Otherwise, we're going to wait 2 or 3 months for a scan.
it's the health service in the UK is absolutely on breaking point.
Well, it's been like that for
everywhere.
years, isn't it? But now they're
It's
letting
been
in
like it
1,000.
for many. It's been like it for many years, but since the pandemic, it's just got worse and worse and worse now.
Well, not just that, Glenn. Not just that. Letting 1,000 a day on average get into
Well,
the
that's
country.
it. And
There's
they're getting priority treatment.
Yeah, they
Well,
are.
it's like with myself. I'm still on the waiting list, obviously, because they want to refer me back because of my mental health issues.
Yeah.
They said it could be up to 6-month waiting list.
You're lucky
Shit.
on that.
6
I
months.
got a 13-year-old daughter.
And that's only. Sorry.
I got a 13-year-old daughter, and she's proper off the scale. You're new to the channel. Most of the other people on here know what I've had to experience and what we're having to deal with. And she's been on the waiting list now for 5 years.
Jason.
Yo, cool. And don't be sorry for cutting God bless off. And fuck you, hippie.
But they're saying to me 6-month waiting list, but that's been fast tracked. They're calling that fast track through because I'm an ex veteran, army veteran. They're saying that that's a fast track because we've got an organisation in the UK called SAFA.
Yeah, that's where you paid in. That's where you paid in throughout your like an insurance. I know it.
Yeah, but they sort of like jump start you in the queue to the NHS, but it's still 6-month waiting list, and that's fast tracked.
And when you get to that 6 months, it'll probably add on the goalposts will probably be moved forward again.
Well, that's it. Yeah, the goalposts will be moved forward. They say, and that's just for a consultation, and then they say, all right, we're doing an online assessment. Do it by video link. Blah 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 blah. Like they've done to me before. They say, all right, well, we'll get you referred. And then you could be another 4 months, 5 months, 6 months. You just don't know. And with the more increasing demand on our health service in this country, you just don't know. You can't even think like, oh, things are happening, and it makes you feel worse because you feel like you're being left behind.
Yeah, and then it's not.
That's what you feel like. You feel like you're just being, brush him to the wayside. He's got a roof over his head. Blah blah blah. He's all right.
So, guys, what we're trying to say to you in panel is, right, because we're both from the UK, is that, here we are, guys that have paid into the system. We paid our taxes to give us that safety net. Yet, you got people coming here today, coming from war-torn France.
Yeah.
And they get put in a plush hotel and they just, instantly get immediate treatment. Because the government are scared that if they don't take duty of care, they get sued.
And accommodation.
Yeah, well, that's 4 or 5-star hotels.
Yeah. And the hotel staff, what they're doing is when the hotels are saying, yes, we'll take on the contract from the British government to house these migrants, all the employees at the hotel are being sacked because the government are bringing their own staff in to look after the migrants.
Yeah. And this is true, Jason. I've got a friend, even in here where I'm in shitty Swindon, I know some woman, she's fallen on a hard time. She's on her own with a couple of kids. Husband's fucked off, usual shit, and left her to deal with everything. Doesn't pay any maintenance or that kind of shit. And so while the kids are at school, she's taken on a job cleaning the hotel bedrooms during the day while the kids are at school. She's been sacked because they're filling up with the migrants. Now she's crying her eyes out, doesn't know.
Yeah, I hear you, UK, but don't act like it's just UK. It's everywhere in the fucking world.
Do you get
except for any place that.
So
apart
better.
from France.
You don't get that in Canada, though, do you?
If it ain't like that, then it's worse.
So anyway, let's move
bad
on.
Here too.
Suicide.
Yeah, I saw somebody on a panel today say there was food shortages in Canada. But I saw Slow on Byron's panel. Didn't look like there was any food shortages where he was. I don't know where he was, but
Costco.
I was at
Costco. What's up, Pippi?
What's going on, brother? You see food shortages where you are, Jason?
Not yet. For a little bit a while back, but it cleared up and full shelves again.
I'm
but I
not
can see it happening again.
I'm not saying high prices.
Was that down to the trucker strikes?
Terrible.
That's what we got full shelves. You can get what products you want to get, what you need to get. You can go to a supermarket, a local convenience store, and you can get them, no problem. But the prices over the last
40%.
Easy over, and that's recently. And with the budget Alton budget that our Chancellor's just announced last Thursday, all it's going to do now, within the next few weeks, I can see stuff going even higher.
Yeah.
The recession's
I mean,
coming.
I mean, I went to my local shop at the weekend and I needed simple things. I needed some eggs. I just wanted some eggs. I fancied an omelette for lunch. I thought I'm going to get half a dozen eggs, make an omelette. Now, going back probably 4 or 5 months, half a dozen eggs was 69 pence in the UK. Even at a corner shop, which do charge a little bit more than supermarket, 69, 79
There's
p.
no food shortages.
I bought a pack on Saturday, £2.79.
Gotcha, Susie.
And it just literally jumped. The prices have just jumped. I mean, like a bottle of cooking oil used to be 89p. That's now nearly £2 now.
Yeah,
and that's
£2.
within the last
in the
last
cheapest
few months.
supermarket, in the cheapest place is £2.
Yeah, that's
Wow.
Aldi.
Mm.
I think Aldi's used to be about 69p, like a bottle of sunflower oil.
Something
It was
like
about
that, yeah.
69p. I think the last one I bought in Aldi's was £1.90 or something.
See, where I live, housing's always been kind of expensive, but now people can't even afford to live here and work because the housing is so expensive. Now food and gas, people can't survive here. Now businesses are in big trouble because they can't find people to work. So businesses are ending up buying giant chunks of property and building fucking homes on it so they can house the people. And then they bring them in from Jamaica and Russia, and they work for the summer. And then they take a huge chunk of their money for their housing. It's quite a fucking... It's like, you know, owning a fucking... a giant mine, you know? You house the people outside, charge them money. You have a little store so they buy you food. You just take all the money back. Great racket.
Rippy, I mean, in the United Kingdom right now, I get emails every day about new properties up for rent and stuff like that, and I've noticed over the past 2 months, what would normally be £1,000, or if you want to say Canadian dollars, has gone up to like 18, 19 to 2,000. There's such a massive shortage of housing in England at the moment. You've got to remember, we've been having over 1,000 a day illegal immigrants coming here. Then you've got the ones that are scamming it through student visas and blah, 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 blah. Then you had the Ukraine war thing. We had 120,000 over here. It was on a 6-month visa kind of thing, which expired the end of the last month, and everybody wants them out, so that the government are trying to house them as well. So private lets where people would normally, you know, you've got to remember, during the Kool-Aid, a lot of people lost their jobs. When they lost their jobs, they lost their mortgages, they lost their homes, and they're into private accommodation. And it's just a real shit show over here at the moment. I don't mean to.
Well, that's why I moved to a trailer, because what I was paying in rent a month when I split up with a partner 8-9 years ago. So I rented a private house, and that was costing me, just the rent was £900 a month. And then I had my council tax, which was 140 something pound a month. Then on top of that, I had my utility bills. Then I had my insurance on the car, the road tax on the car, the fuel for the car.
Welcome to the 21st century.
It's crazy.
And at the end of it, if I had a tenner left in my pocket at the end of work in a month, I was like, what am I doing it for?
Yep.
Why?
It's kind of like that commercial about cocaine, you know? Work harder so I can buy more cocaine, so I can work harder so I can buy more cocaine. And, you know, you're really not getting anything out of anything, just kind of floating along in time. The worst part is when you get old, you look back and go, damn, what a bunch of wasted time.
Yeah, but what people don't realise is, right, all the things like the COVID, the Remain in the UK, all these things, right, it's all fear factor. It's all to put us into insecurity, to make us fearful. Right? Because look, you know, like, this is an Earth. Where does all the things go to? It doesn't just wander off into space. Why has fuel gone up? Why has food gone up? Why is it's all about controlling us. No, I'm not being a conspiracist theory. It's all about making us feel insecure and scared. Divide and conquer. There's no need for us to suffer. There's plenty of food. There's plenty of food. You know yourselves, guys. I said before, I go and collect food for charities.
Well,
and knock them back out. There's plenty of food out there.
We gotta say that food's being impacted by Ukraine. That's the grain.
Mm-hmm.
That makes everything.
All right, okay. Right, listen. Let me just say one thing.
There's an effect right there.
Hippie, let me say one thing. I respect you, and we've always got all right. We've only clashed over one thing. That's a Ukraine thing. Right, the factual thing is on Ukraine only produces up to 4%, a maximum of 5%. Russia does 25%. Who puts the sanctions on the grain coming out? The West. Now, the reason why they couldn't get the grain out of Ukraine and Russia is because Odessa, the ports where they send the ships out with the grain, was mined by Ukrainians, and the insurance companies would not give insurance to the vessels coming out of there. That's factual, mate. I know you did that thing on the roundabout that time, and I kind of like pulled you up on it. And like I said to you, I respect you. There's no problems with that. But you really
you just kind of have a mixed up idea about how I feel about Ukraine. I don't care about the government, just like I don't care about my government. What I care about is innocent people dying.
Yes.
That's all I care about.
And that's what it is. It's like any conflict. It's the bloody civilian, the innocent civilian population that suffers. It isn't their government that suffers. It isn't their industry that suffers. It isn't all their conglomerate companies that are working out there that suffers. It's the everyday person on the street who gets their housing apartment fucking shelled and end up being a civilian casualty of a war.
Hiding in a basement with your children while your city's being bombed. I mean, come on.
By who? Bombed by who?
Who cares?
Yes,
bombs are blowing up and people are dying. Whether it's their government or somebody else's government, people... I don't know.
Hippie, you have to look at the backstory to understand why this is all taking place. And what it is, right? It's just that normal people like you and me and those people in Russia and in Ukraine are suffering. But the thing is, that Ukrainian government, it's a dirty government.
How many people are on
so is yours, man. I mean, what are you saying?
Yeah,
guys, other people want to talk too.
Just one.
Yeah, listen, hi, Hippie, I totally agree with you. My government are disgusting. And so's the USA government, the current government.
Hey, John,
the Canadian government.
UK, you know there's other people on the panel, right? I'm trying to sit here and talk. You just keep fucking talking.
I get a bit passionate about some things sometimes when...
Yeah, other people want to talk too.
Yeah. Go ahead, slow burner. I muted him.
Ruckus got into a fight today.
No.
Yeah.
Did you get hurt?
He fucked the dog up pretty bad.
Oh.
Oh, shit.
I don't know who they were. I just fucking left.
Off the leash, they were?
Yeah, both of them. That's why I was like, oh, well, you know.
Yep.
You fucking win some, you lose some.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, the dog walked away. It wasn't like the dog was laying there fucking bleeding to death or anything.
Nope.
But,
dog will think twice about it next time.
Right?
I got the new lights.
Oh, nice.
I got the new lights to put behind my TV.
Cool.
Cool.
Really?
And how are you, Myron?
Got 2 heaters in there.
Not too bad.
Is it on? The upstairs one as well. Put both.
No, we can't hear you.
One downstairs. So bring the upstairs one downstairs. Put it in the kitchen.
Nice.
And in the room, and
It doesn't stop, Myron. Holy fuck! Where the fuck does he? Man, that guy's fucking talks and talks and talks and talks. How are you, Hippie?
I'm all right, brother. I'm
No,
real
every
good.
day with that guys, we have to tell him to shut the fuck up. We love you, Doc. I keep calling him .com. I don't know why. Okay.
God bless.
God bless. He
Anyway,
invited his
yeah,
friend over. So
yeah.
what's that?
Glenn seems really cool.
Yeah, he invited his friend over so he could just make his friend listen to him.
Oh well. So there didn't look like there's any food shortages where you're at.
No, I put lots of food here, man.
Everything looked,
You
except
know
for
why
your
there's a food
breakfast
shortage?
shit.
There's probably a food shortage at the fucking food bank.
Yep.
Right?
That's probably where
Gotcha.
there's a food shortage.
Right.
But not in the grocery stores.
Because money talks and bullshit walks, right?
That's right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've calmed down now.
Okay.
He's had his rant. He's all right now. He's had his
Still
rant.
love you, hippie.
He's poured a beer.
I don't, you know.
Hippie didn't have nothing
Anyway.
to do with it. It was me that told you to shut the fuck up, like usual.
As usual.
Hippie gave me a spanner. Of course I love him.
That UK guy talks a lot of bullshit.
Oh, look, you're trying to start me off again. I'm not listening.
It's a soccer count in here for you.
It's a what, sorry?
You got a soccer count.
What's that mean?
Oh, he's our good friend. He always comes around. God bless the Ukraine.
Around here, I haven't seen anything that's been affected. We still getting in food. The food bank's still giving out good food.
How much is diesel a gallon? You do have
I don't
diesel, right?
know. I don't buy diesel.
Oh, you know? I thought you had a diesel truck.
I think it
No,
was up
I
to
got
280
gas.
Canadian.
Well, I heard there is a shortage of diesel, though. I did hear that.
And when there's a shortage of diesel, what comes from that?
Shortage of food.
Shortage of goods.
You can't get trucked around.
Shortage of goods.
And that's why the price is
Doesn't mean there's a shortage. It just means it can't get to
to
the suppliers.
They get to the suppliers, Jason, but they increase price, aren't they? That's why, like here in England, like
Well, it's all of it is fucking bullshit. Because every fucking well it is producing before this shit started happening, they're all still producing probably now.
Except for China.
Well, from China, you don't know. They could be producing in the other step.
But China are a nation unto themselves. No one in the world can tell China what to do. China just do what they do, when they want to do it, and how they want to do it. And if you don't like it, tough.
Yeah.
Like they're having these G20 summits or this COP20 summit we've just had in Europe or the Middle East. And they're going
Mali
about,
at the moment. Is it Mali?
We've got to reduce our carbon emission to zero by 2030 and all this and all that. And then you look at China's industry is pumping billions of tons of sulfur dioxide into the atmosphere every year, using copious amounts of energy to run these big factories, producing all the plastics and everything. Because everything you buy in the UK says made in China on it. And
That
they
we
just
buy in the UK.
Yeah, well, probably worldwide. Worldwide. But you look at the amount of products you pick up in a supermarket that's plastic. What does it say on the label? Made in China. Made in China. I mean, it's like in this case,
we've got this repatriation of spending money back. Apparently now they're saying that we have got, us countries, the Western world, have now got to give countries like Pakistan that gets flooded anyway since time immemorial.
You're not going to stop the monsoon.
The industrial resolution that the United Kingdom had for 250 years, China has done more than that in 10 years.
Yeah. You mean revolution?
Industrial revolution.
Yeah, you said resolution.
You
said resolution.
Industrial revolution.
I'm just making sure.
Yeah, I did.
When we started producing steam engines and railways and this and that and mining coal and this and that.
They took our train away 20 or 25 years ago. Tracks are all dug up, steel's gone, the wood's gone, there's nothing left. It's all overgrown with trees now.
Now you got these people that are saying that they're going to be self-supporting, they're going to be preppers, but not everybody can go and live in the woods and chop down the trees to keep warm. We do need some kind of structured infrastructure for civilization. We need ambulances, we need hospitals, we need schools. We do need them.
Need beer. Just need beer.
Just need beer. That's what I say.
Ale.
Fuck the rest.
That's what I say. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Okay, come on now. It's a bro thing.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Tokes.
Cheers to the end of the
Cheers
world.
and tokes.
Sold the SUV. 1,500.
Bottoms up.
You get
1,500.
You get the profit and give him what he paid.
Yeah, don't mention that to him yet. Yeah, he's getting what he paid for
Exactly
it.
what he gave you for it. You got more for it. That's yours.
You're fucking right.
That's the way I see it.
Jason, you should have seen it. They're still going. There's at least 40 people right now that want it. Yeah.
Well,
there's
just
that
the
many.
day you posted it,
Yeah.
we went for a drive to the grocery store. You got like 10 fucking hits.
That's
on it.
actually some girl that I know from Summerside. She's coming here tomorrow with her boyfriend. She's willing to give me the cash tomorrow in hand. I was like, yeah, come on.
Cool.
But there was so many. There's a guy. I don't know who to pick. I got to make sure.
There's
Huh?
a shortage of vehicles, as we were talking about. Everybody, you drive by all the dealerships here. You ain't
Because
finding
Todd,
nothing.
Todd, you need a little help? Whoever pays the fucking most money gets it. That's it.
Put
Yeah, I
it
know.
up for auction.
I could, I guess.
Bidding war.
Like, look at my phone here, Jay. That's all onto truck.
The-
All
Yeah.
all the different people on the truck.
Shit.
Now some Indian guy wants to come down. He's like, "Yo, do you think I'd be able to drive it to Charlottetown? Will it make it to Charlottetown without doing the repairs?" I'm like, "Yeah,
Sure.
fucking right, it will."
Weird it would.
He's like, "Yeah, I'll let you know when I come down. I'm really excited." And he's like, "Really?" So he wants to come down sometime this week. He's supposed to let me know to pay 1,500. But the girl is coming tomorrow, and then some guy 2 minutes ago, "Is it still available?" I'm like, "Yeah, but probably not for much longer. So whoever gets here first with $1,500 can take her."
You got to start a bidding war, dude. Fuck. There's that much
All
interest.
right. Had he
I'm
known,
not
he probably would have.
It's that 1,500, and that's it. And then I'm never
All in all,
dealing with
it's worth it. It's just it's
yeah.
finding someone to do the work, and like I could fucking do it all myself, but I don't need.
Well,
it.
the girl who's buying it, her boyfriend is Jamie McKillop, and he works for welding.
Yeah, there you go. So
You
he'll
know,
take it to work, he'll
you
pass
know
it
who
out.
he is. You've seen him before.
Yeah, and
He
wheelbarrow.
does welding. He's always working on fixing old cars. What he does.
Everybody in Prince Edward Island has a friend that's a mechanic or a family member.
Yeah, right. That's why when she messaged me, I'm like, "Oh, fuck this! Your Jamie could fix that up in 2 seconds." So that's why they're coming tomorrow for it.
Cool. That's right on.
And I worked at Helen's today. I'm working at Helen's Wednesday and Friday. Got the floor in. It's floored. It's now the baseboard's on. Now I'm installing, the bifolding doors.
Mm-hmm.
Ones that slide on the rail. Two of them.
I brought Craig to work with me today, our new owner.
Yeah.
He
Is
worked
he a good
today.
worker? Good worker, him?
He completed 3 leads, or 2 3/4. It's 4 o'clock. I'm like, it's time we pack up and head back. And get in the truck and like, you know what you did today? I probably could have done in about an hour. He's like, yeah, I know. Like you weren't much fucking help. And he was fucking just compared the quality. Like now you understand what I go through. So you sit back in your fucking office.
It's just like anything. If you do it enough, you're gonna get good at it. Doesn't matter what it is you're doing, you're gonna get good at it. If you do it every day for 8 hours a day.
Some people get quicker at getting good at it, and some people just
Yep.
never get it.
Some people,
Like
yeah.
Darcy just will never
Yeah,
get
I
it.
remember the first time I fucked a girl. That was embarrassing.
That's because
And
Darcy
do you get
doesn't want
better
to
at it?
learn.
Oh, I'm better now.
Or you wouldn't know. Never mind.
Oh yeah.
Darcy is too far gone on drugs. He didn't really want
Yeah,
to
that's
learn.
his only problem is that part. Other than that, he's fucking eager, wants to go, and I don't know who the fuck in the right mind wants to do what I do, but he wants to. He can't do it because he's too fried on fucking pills and coke and crack. And...
Like if I stuck to sheet metal and wanted to do it, I don't like doing it, so that's why I don't really want to learn it. But if I did do it every day, I did do it for a while at Mount West. Fuck, I could bang fittings together easily, but now I would struggle to put a fitting together.
And that's the thing with you too. I know how you work because I've worked with you so many years that if you were on site, when I teach you, you would catch on quick because I know how you work.
And I would just go.
It's just getting you back the next day is the tricky part.
That's the shit.
It's like, where's Todd? I don't fucking know. He said he would just picked him up in the morning, lights are off. I don't fucking know.
But yet, I'll always work for Helen all the time. Why though?
I don't understand.
Because I like that kind of work.
Because she pays more. Well, fuck! I told you, I had a blast at this house. It's been just you and me, music blaring, and just fucking running pipes. Nothing complicated. I do all the complicated shit.
Oh, I know it's not complicated.
You
It's
just
not
do the
complicated.
insulating
at
and
all.
run the pipes. But I'm almost done. I figured 2 more days there, I'll have it roughed in to a point I won't have to go back for a few months. And pretty sad that house that I finished a month ago, where he took out his whole heating system to put in a central heat pump. It was a good month ago. I finished that. It's still not up and running. It took them 3 weeks to get an electrician to go wire it. And now they can't get a refrigeration guy to go start it up. He's got no heat. So what can you do? You can't fucking get anybody right now. Everybody's too busy.
Yeah, that's
Enough
why
work.
Helen is struggling to find something. She's got to get her heating system up and running.
Yeah, and like I said, that I understand why they're charging what they charge. You're missing half the fucking parts, and it's a chore. I thought you meant like, you had the whole system. A lot of the rads were already hooked up, but there was a few that weren't. That part I could do.
Gillis
You got
Heating.
nothing. Like you're starting right from the fucking boiler, running the whole thing. You need circulating pumps, the thermostats.
Gillis Heating is supposed to come and do it.
So if they're at $7,000, it makes sense. Like a fucking, just the pumps, they're worth like $700 alone. The circulating pump.
Not cheap.
Fuck, I gotta go to the pot store. Shit.
Oh man,
John is still here.
it's cold outside. Get John to go.
Yeah, it's getting cold here now. Probably not as cold as it is in Canada, but it's starting to get cold here now.
We're going up and down.
Yeah, we had our summer this year was the hottest summer we've had on record. It was just too hot for the UK. I mean, we hit, which is very rarely, we hit 40 degrees.
Oh shit, eh? Wow.
Yeah, height of the summer hit 40 degrees. And it was you just couldn't stand it. I mean, I love the sun.
You just go outside and it's like drip, drip, drip.
Yeah. Oh, you went outside like in the middle of the day and it's like 38 degrees, but the sun was so intense.
Yeah.
You just couldn't sit in it. It was just like, what?
Yeah, but
Right
Glenn,
now.
what do the Brits do each year? They go on holiday to places like Egypt, Spain.
Yeah, they still moan about it. Oh, I went to Egypt in the middle of summer and it was so bloody hot we couldn't go out. We'll go in the winter. What I do, if I go to Spain, I go early season or late season when the temperature's sort of like mid-20s, low to mid-20s. I can walk around it, sit out in it all day and not worry. But you get people go like middle of summer and it's hitting 44, 45 degrees and they're saying, oh, we couldn't go out, couldn't sit by the pool, it was too hot.
Let's see. It's -8 right, or -3 right now. Feels like -8, but tomorrow up to 3 degrees again. Getting warm again. Then on Saturday, 7 degrees.
What we got? We are 7 degrees outside at the moment.
7, so you're still warmer than here.
Yeah, warmer than there. Then it's next couple of days. It's just have a look, see what it's doing. I'll have to put this other.
Oh, good, it's missing us. Thank fuck for that. They were talking a big torrential downpour on the weekend, but it looks like now.
Where are we? What's the temperatures? I have to go into the good old BBC website. Oh no, it's not done that. Oh. So have a look what the rest of the week brings. Very windy here at the moment.
Yeah, did that die down too?
Yes.
9 degrees tomorrow, and then Wednesday, Thursday, it's up to 12 and 13 again with showery rain.
Fuck, you're laughing. You're still warm.
It's for this time of year, because normally this time of year, we get our summer, we get a boiling hot summer, and then it'll be warm right through to September. And then September will end, you hit October, and the temperature just plummet. But this year, it's held up quite well.
Indian
It's just
summer.
been wet. Yeah, like Indian summer. It's been just wet and windy with heavy rain today, but got quite strong winds outside at the moment. But hasn't been like cold yet.
I don't know. Yeah, the Gritters out last night.
Did they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing the weather forecast last night, and they did say parts of the Midlands and that when the cloud breaks, the temperatures were going to drop. Obviously, with all the rain we've had and the temperatures dropping, it's just going to ice up. So you can understand why the Gritters have been out. But yeah, it's not too bad for this time. I mean, we've had some times like what we now November, haven't we? Bloody been snowing it and ice and freezing temperatures and. But we're in that Atlantic pattern. We're in that southwest air coming off the Atlantic, so it's bringing mild air up from the continent all the time, from Europe, which is keeping the temperatures up.
A few days ago, what was it 16, 19?
Yeah. Last weekend wasn't so bad. That was quite mild. But yeah, it's the UK for you. UK weather. It's all or none. You don't seem to get seasons.
We're still alive. We're still here.
Well, yeah, we're still here, aren't we? We're still here.
Price of log burners gone up in price, haven't they? Everyone's after a log burner.
Solid fuel burners gone right up because everyone's
slow
thinking
cookers.
Yeah, slow cookers, log burners, they're going up in price. Because you've got people who have got these older houses that have still got chimneys in there. They're thinking, stuff it, put a log burner in alongside the central heating. And if we're only in the front room of a night, like the log burner, I haven't got to bother putting the central heating on to heat the whole house. We'll just put the log burner on and heat it off of there.
Yep.
Well,
it's like when I lived in Durham, we used to have a big Ray-Ban cooker in the kitchen. It was a farmhouse. I don't know if you've heard of a Ray-Ban.
Yeah, was it oil? Was it oil feast?
No, solid.
Oh.
And what they'd done with it, they'd put central heating in the place, but they connected they connected the central heating to the Ray-Ban, obviously with a pump. But what we used to do, where it was a lot of mines used to be in the area, obviously you get the byproduct of mining, which is all the small coal chips, which are no good for industry or anything. They should just dump them, slag heaps. So we used to just cross over the little country lane, walk into the woods, scrape the moss back off the top, and it was always coal slag. And we used to just fill sacks up with this coal slag, which is all tiny, like road chipping sized pieces of coal. And then we used to burn that in the Ray-Ban. Cost us nothing in fuel. We were surrounded by woodland, so if we had the open fire lit in the front room, big old 17th century cottage it was, like a massive open fire, we used to cut the deadfall up, use that in the front room, and then stoke the old ray burn up. That used to power the radiators through the cottage, and it used to be toasty warm in there in the winter, and it cost us nothing to run.
Yeah.
Well, and just apart from the electric, of course, for your lighting and that. But apart from that, in the winter, we never got cold up there in the valley, because it did used to get cold in the valley, because the cold air used to run off the mountains, off the hills, and settle in the bottom of the valley where we were. But the old cottage, big old 17, so they got massive thick stone walls, which basically insulate it. We used to be toasty warm in there in the winter.
Yeah, it helps when it's built right. Looks nice, slow burner.
I put it behind my TV. Oh, we'll see what.
Yeah.
I don't even know if I'm gonna like it yet or not, but
Yeah, it should look all right when it's all the way back.
yeah.
It'll magnify off the wall.
Oh, fuck. A lot of work. I'm sweating now.
That's good. You get free utility bills.
First thing that comes to mind is fucking money with this guy. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, you should have got the expensive lights. I reckon turning the heat all the way up and cracking the window just to do it.
Oh, no, fucking right. Get the grow lights going.
If it gets too hot, open the window.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of wanted it behind my TV, like right behind the TV, but it won't.
Like
it won't
what?
stick.
Those aren't like LED strips, are they? It look more like a
LED
tube, right?
strips. No, LEDs.
Like compared to what I got up on the wall, it's almost like, is that like around like a rope? Let me see.
Yeah, it's like a rope. You can bend it all and shit.
Yeah.
Right?
See where like the stuff I got, it's flat on the back and it just has the lights in the front. So you peel and stick the back off and you can put it across wherever you want. Yeah. I see what you got there. Slightly different. Something that would be good for Christmas decoration around the window or something. And they give them away next to fucking nothing on Amazon, these sticky ones here.
And they change colors and everything?
Yeah, they sure do. These ones even, if I put the app on my phone and start playing music, they'll even beat to the music.
I just paid $30 for this set.
That's roughly what they are too for the ones off Amazon, and depending if it's a 50-foot roll or a 60-foot roll.
Can you cut that one too? Like, can you make it the size? Rick? Man, you can take me off big screen, buddy, please.
Hey, Bob.
Smart LED strip lights.
Can you cut them and make them to size?
Yeah, you can cut them anywhere you want to and rejoin them. It comes with all the adapters, comes with the remote and shit like that. I bought fucking like 6 or 7 of them when I made my order. That's one I didn't even use yet.
Yeah, I had some like that years ago. And another caravan we had them all up. And they were brilliant because you say you've got the remote control, so you can change the intensity, the colour changes, and yeah, that's like remote looks familiar type. Yeah, sort of same type of remote.
Similar.
And they were brilliant. They were. You just sit there, think I'm bored with that. Get the remote, push the button, and it'll change the flash pattern. And like you say, you can cut them and join them and put them around anything.
You can get little it comes with a whole bunch of random fittings if you need to make a
that's what you cut and splice.
Plug it in.
You got your crimp fittings and ends and angles. And yeah, we
that way you can do exactly what you want behind your TV.
Yeah, we used to have them all over in another trailer we lived in with an ex-partner. We got them there and we had them all around the units and everything.
Jason, can you send me a link for that Amazon where you got them?
Yep, for sure. This one's a 49-foot roll.
40, I only need like fucking 10 feet, man. That's all I need just to go around my TV.
Yeah, you probably can get a shorter one too.
Well, you can cut them, so it don't matter.
Yeah, exactly. LED light strip for bedroom, whatever. LED strips. Oh my God, you can pick your own. I'll just give you the
Yeah, but just
link
go
when I
to
search
just
for it.
go to your orders and then just show me the one that you got.
I ordered a few different ones. They're all just as good. I swear to fuck. You can set them all up in your phone. You can pick different colors, and they're even fucking cheaper now, which pisses me off. $20.99 for a 50-foot one.
Yeah, it's Black Friday. That's why.
It could be limited time deal here. Control C. Premieres or no, right over here. Just put it right in chat. Or
Send it to me, please.
on the oh fuck, it makes it harder on my phone because I don't do the browsing and shit.
Can you take a screenshot?
Yeah, absolutely. Even with what I searched for it too.
I'm sure if
you
I
just go on Amazon, I put LED lights and it came up LED light strip for bedroom. It doesn't matter what's beside it, just LED light strips.
Yeah, but I want the sticky one with the adhesive on it.
Here, let me do this the easier way here. Myron, give me a second. So share screen, present, share screen. This one right there. Get over there. Right there. If you don't mind, Myron, could bring that up for a second. So just searching LED light strips. Any of these ones you see like in this kind of coil thing like this. And as you can see, there's tons of them. Like a 50-foot. This one's 32.8 foot. Comes with a different style remote. This one shows you can put an app on it in your phone. They all come with little extra connectors and fittings that you can cut. The brand I got, I do have some of these Phil style brands. I got a couple of them, and the one that I have right here is Gusador. Let's see if I see if any of them. But they're all the
I'll
same
find it.
shit at the end of the day. At the end of the day, you pick the one you like, as long as when you look at it, you can tell it's just a thin ribbon.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna bring this one back. It's not what I want.
Yeah, and there you go. Look, the example of this one on the TV. And that, well, there you go. Look, 9.6 feet, designed just for like a TV. But yeah, you can buy a 50-foot one for a couple dollars more. But if you only want it for your TV, then just get that one. If not, the cutoffs are no good to you. And then fuck. Maybe you'll get a couple of them and want to do something else in the living room. Something under the couch or something crazy like that.
Yeah, that's
see the Argos. The Argos won the Grey Cup, eh?
Yeah, that's how we started with them LEDs. We bought a short strip. It was just to go around one of the units in the trailer, just around the top. It's just like a glass cabinet, but like it's a high up mounted one. We put a little one around there, and we was like, yeah, that looks really nice. Before we knew it, they were everywhere. They were stuck around the windows. They were stuck around the telly. They were stuck on the unit. So, every conceivable bit of wall space, you could stick an LED strip on it and on there. Like, oh my God. It was like Christmas 365 days a year.
I don't know what to do with this one now. Didn't know I had an unused one. Oh, we lost you. But fuck,
on the trailer park I live on, every now and then, for the summer months, obviously, because we sit outside in the summer, and then they seem to go mad on solar-powered LED lights for outside.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've got them around my balcony. There's a string of about 200 multi-changing sort of cut. You can have them different colours and whatever you want, or and different flash sequences. Then you notice like someone sees your new ones, and the following weekend they've got new ones up, and the neighbours over the back they've got more up. And you're sitting out there on a
They're all
summer's
competing.
yeah. It's like keep up with the next doors. And just as the sun goes down, the LEDs kick in, and every trailer in the park's flash.
So basically, if you're epileptic, don't drive down that road. Could cause seizures.
If you suffer from light epilepsy problems, do not come on this trailer park because you will not.
Shit.
You'll be having a seriously bad night. But it's all a bit of fun.
Yeah.
Bit of fun in the summer. Oh.
How much land do you own with your trailer, Glenn?
Sorry?
How much land do you own with your trailer? What's the size of your...
I've not a lot. Because we're on a shared park, I've got the ground outside mine is probably 40 foot long by probably about 15 feet wide. Probably about 15 feet. Was it 12?
Yeah.
That's 12. So 12. Yeah, it's probably about 15 feet by 40 feet of grassed area that we have. And then I've got a 8 foot by 4 foot raised metal balcony with chairs on. And then obviously I've got like a picnic bench in the middle of the grass when I've got my barbecue there and that. So it's a nice outdoor space in the summer.
My trailer is 14 by 65 feet.
Yeah, mine's 12 by 35.
Yeah,
it's about a standard size in the UK for caravans.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Some are a little bit narrow. You get some at a 10 foot by 30 foot, but they're sort of being phased out now. All the newer ones are sort of like 12 foot by 35, 38 feet now.
Yeah.
But it's spacious, even though obviously it's a caravan or a trailer. But it's surprising how much you can get in them and still be comfortable. You're not tripping over stuff, you know.
Yeah.
There's plenty of storage space. There's under counter storage. There's overhead storage. You've got actual purpose-built storage rooms, which like my 2 smaller bedrooms. I took the dividing wall out because it's just me. I took the dividing wall out, which was still reinforced, had that reinforced, so it still kept the structural integrity. And then basically, I just racked it out, put steel racking in there, and then like metal storage units, sold me tools and bits and pieces, fishing gear, hunting gear. All my boots and everything like that. They're all in there out of the way, but I know where everything is if I need something. So if I need a screwdriver or a spanner or my drill or something, I know exactly where to go and get it. If I want to get my fishing gear out to go down the beach fishing, it's there to hand. So it's surprising how much room there is inside them. But I love it. I wouldn't give it up for nothing.
Yeah, no need to be renting.
I own it outright, so I bought it 8 years ago.
So how does it work there now? The land that it's on, though, do you have to pay monthly for the land that you're on because you're like in a trailer park and they take care of?
Okay. Yeah, we have to pay a ground rent each month for the land.
That's why I almost grabbed one, but then when I started learning about that, like, so you're saying that like once I own this place, like this land I'm sitting on will never be mine, and if the owner of this land decides to say, I want all this shit out of here, get lost, it's on me. And he's like, yep. Like, okay, we're not going that route then. So I had to buy it.
That's the only downside.
But it is beneficial here in a way because these places that do that, they'll cut your grass, they'll do your snow removal, they do the whole 9 yards. Do they do that for you too? Cut your grass and all that?
Yeah. They cut. I mean, I cut my own grass because
you like it's something to do.
Because I like doing it.
Yeah.
And I cut it better than the site. But all the ground maintenance, all the site maintenance, they sort all that out.
Okay.
So it's all done. All the trees are like the back where we've got rows of trees dividing the two. There's two. Well, there's like 3 parks next to each other, and they're divided by rows of trees. So they prune all the trees and keep them tidy and clear up. So yeah, they're pretty good.
Neighbors, mostly good neighbors.
Yeah,
we've got good neighbors. I like that. What about you, Myron? I never asked about your surround. You got all good neighbors?
Oh yeah, got some really good.
No, I was asking Myron. No,
oh Myron.
They're all a bunch of fucking
religious nuts. She might be a nice girl. I don't know. I've never met him, but he's a fucking idiot.
Because that's what they hate down here. So I was talking to one guy, put a heat pump in his mobile home. He said he fucking regrets buying it because that neighbor over there bitches and whines because that one's got a slide in the front yard. That one has his little kiddie swimming pool over there. They have all these meetings, and that's not cool. When they all get along, that's fucking great. But
the thing with my park is we all get along, and we all look out for each other.
I'm not in a park either. I own my own lot.
That's a lot better.
And it's I don't know.
You pay your land taxes on it then.
Yeah, I got to pay land taxes and all that shit.
Okay.
But yeah, we get along well. We've had the odd people turn up down here who bought caravans, and they've been blasting music late at night and causing a disturbance. But the site won't tolerate it. They get warned.
Yeah.
And if they carry on, all they do is revoke a site license and say you've got 28 days. Get off. That's it.
Yep.
So they're pretty strict on that. So as long as you can play music. They don't mind that. As long as
you know the rules when you get there because you got the long fucking thing to read through.
Oh
yeah, so
yeah, you get the 10. You get given the 10 commandments to read.
10 commandments. Yep.
Thou shalt not.
Your garbage bins must be stored in the back. You can't leave this and that out during the day.
Yeah.
You signed it.
Yeah. Sign that. Yeah, no problem. But yeah, generally,
if it's not on that paper, then you say fuck you.
Fuck you, yeah. It's not in the site rules. But generally, it's a nice little park. So most people, there's only probably about 80 trailers on here, and majority of us know each other very well. And there's probably, I'd say, only about 2/3 of us on the park who actually stay here all year because we have to get off January and February because we've only got a 10-month site license.
Okay.
And that ruling has been sort of overturned in the UK, but it's not implemented to all parks yet. So January and February, we have to find alternate accommodation, which is a pain in the butt. But it's not really, but it is because you've got to think, right, I've got to get off for 2 months. What do I need to take with me? And you think, what do I need for 2 months? So
it's funny that
it is a bit of a
force you to do it.
If you go over
unfortunately, it's written in. It was written into UK law that you can reside on a caravan park for 10 of the 12 months of the year, and then for 2 months you have to vacate. But so Simon was saying to me yesterday that has been overruled now. But whether
due to
or not
COVID and cost of living and.
But whether or not the site owners will take that on and say, right, yeah, you can stay 12 months of the year, we don't know yet. We are going to sort of not petition them, but we're going to bring it to their attention to see if we can.
At least if the people want to stay, let us stay. You guys don't have to do nothing. We'll shovel our own snow. We'll find our own way out. And
that's it. You pay your ground rent for a year. No, you pay your ground rent every month for 12 months of the year.
Yeah.
So
they shouldn't be charging you for the 2 months if you're not allowed there.
You're not allowed there, should just charge you for 10 months. But at the moment, that's the way it is. But say there's about 1/3 of us on the park, I would say, that stay here permanent from the 1st of March right the way through to like the end of December, beginning of January, when the park closes. And we're just down here all year.
Yeah.
So what it is, Jason, right? So I spoke to him yesterday.
Just explain it to me. I get it.
No. Hold on. Right, so we got all these migrants staying in these hotels. Now, the English law is you can only stay in them for so many months,
Yeah.
or you have to pay council tax. Now, last year, I mean this
Good
year
Terry
rather,
Punch.
in May, the government changed the laws to keep the migrants in the hotels for even longer. So why should that not be applicable for people that are renting caravans?
Exactly. Even besides that, though, prior to all that, you should be able to stay there all year round. If you're paying for it for 12 months, you're going
Exactly.
to stay there for 12 months.
Exactly.
If not, if they're forcing you out for the 2 months, great. I'm not paying them 2 months. What the fuck would I pay for something I can't use?
I mean, some of these caravan parks or trailer parks, they need to close down some places where it's being rented out to general public to do maintenance. But this isn't the case. They're permanent residents.
Yeah, exactly, because that's his place. No one's allowed in that place. He paid for it, correct?
Correct.
Your idea of trailer and my idea of trailer is quite a bit different.
I think so, right? I
They
think
got little fucking bowler trailers and shit like that, and it's not the same thing as my trailer.
no. I think I'm on your end too, thinking your way, Myron, trying to figure out this, so it's a bit different for me.
Yeah.
Like I'm almost hearing campground rules,
Yeah.
where as compared to we have mobile home parks, trailer parks,
Yeah.
all year round. You don't own the land, but you can buy what's on it. Mind you, yours a little different because you were able to buy your land, which is fucking 10 times better. If I could have bought the land of the first one I looked at, I'd live there.
There's a place just over here you can buy the trailer, but you have to pay lot rent.
Yeah. So you got it good then. I would have done that. Like I looked at a beautiful one. It was fucking 10 years old, immaculate, like 10 times better than my house right now. Just you walk in, wow, amazing countertops, cupboards, everything. But as soon as they told me about that land and that deal, I'm like, no, I'm not down for that.
Yeah.
That's the thing, because this city's changing so much right now. 10 years down the road, somebody offers him, hey, I'll give you 10 million for this plot of land here. I want to put up a building. All you motherfuckers that own your things, you got to move them now. I did not want to have to go through that, because you have to. If they sell off and they want to do something to that land, I have to pick up my home, get it transported somewhere else, buy a piece of land, drop it on it, and at least you own your land. You're laughing.
Yeah, that's the other not scary thing, but it's the other thing that you have on the back of your mind is like the company that owns this park. If they got an offer by another park or another business to buy the land, buy it out, they can say, right, we're terminating your contract at the end of the year, your tenancy, your site license agreement. Off you go, bye.
Yep. And then you got to deal with the new owner. So what do you do? I'm gonna flatten this place and build a Costco.
So what the hell? What am I gonna do with the 38 acres I'm inheriting? Hey Jason, what do I do with the 38 acres that I will inherit?
Well, you're gonna be pretty fucking old and withered by then, so you're gonna give it to Morgan.
Probably.
I'm not sure what he's gonna do with it though. Hopefully he's smarter than you by the time he gets to that age. Do you think he'll have kids, Todd?
Morgan?
Yeah.
Can't see why not.
I'm curious.
It's it can happen anytime now, I guess.
Yep, he's at that age.
Goals. I never had any. Never got round.
Yeah, I'd say by the time your mom and dad pass, you're gonna be in pretty rough shape, dude. Your dad's fucking healthy as fuck. His dad lived to fucking 100.
Yeah, my dad's gonna live to 184.
Even if he lives to 90, how old's he now? So another 30 years? We'll say he lives another 30 years. How old's that make you in 30 years?
74.
So
I'll be dead.
If not, you'll be in rough shape. So alive.
No, we won't. I don't think any of us here will see the next 20 years, and that's sad. I'm not talking about we're gonna die. I mean, war or something's crazy is gonna happen in the next 20 years, and we're all gonna be gone.
Yeah.
I hope I ain't around that fucking long.
It was truth.
Another
You know?
20 years of pain? Fuck that bullshit.
That shit, I'm out.
I mean, they talk about nuclear war every day in Russia. You know what? Who's to say that's not going to happen in 5 years? Then we're done. We're all done then.
That's
No,
it.
I-
If
I got a
if someone
ceramic
does push
plate that's gonna fold in that bathtub in there, and I'm gonna go in that bathtub and pull it down.
Yeah, I mean that's it. If someone does make that stupidest decision and does push that button, you could just say goodbye, planet Earth, because that'll be the end of it.
Yeah, because once the first person goes, then the next one
The
goes.
next one goes, and then before you know it, it's a full global exchange of nuclear weapons.
Yeah, planet Earth will still be here. It's just all the little ants that are fucking it up right now will all be raced off and let Earth recharge itself.
It'll
Yeah.
take a while. Everything will die from nuclear winter.
Yeah, and it takes a long time to recover from that too.
Uh-huh.
But fuck, it's got millions of years to live. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
we're
If
just
we-
If we
lifting
would
that
stay,
time.
if us humans would stay out of its business,
Yeah.
Jesus fuck.
Just grow things and eat it.
Yeah.
It's another thing. It's like when they're going about global warming, rising sea temperatures, rising sea levels, and you're like, it's a natural occurrence of the planet. There's places in the UK, like on coastal
How I
regions,
feel.
and you can walk on the beach and you can look at the cliffs and you can see all the layers
Hi, chat.
going across, of which was where the silt deposits of what's the word? Fossilized over millions of years.
Mhm.
And obviously to get these, and then you get people, or when part of the cliff falls down, they find fossils of sea creatures, like shell life, but it's come like 100 foot from a piece of cliff that's dropped down. So obviously millions of years ago, the sea level was up there because that shellfish wouldn't have said, "I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to climb up that cliff and bury myself up there." So the sea levels were up there, and it's living proof that the planet's constantly changing, and it will constantly change.
I see. Jeez.
It's on a bigger cycle.
That's all it is.
Yeah.
Look at volcanoes. What's a volcano? It's Mother
Anyway,
Nature.
guys, I've got to jump out. Myron, thank you very much for letting me have. I've got Bubble and Squeak tonight, deluxe version. Glenn,
Nice.
nice to see you up here.
Yeah, and just Simon.
Have a good night, buddy.
Jason,
Take care, you get.
Goody. I'll see you tomorrow night, guys.
Yeah,
You betcha, Simon.
definitely.
See you
Promise
tomorrow.
not sweat. 3, 2, 1. I'm gone.
See you later.
Okay.
Yeah, but saying, it's like they're going on about these globalists are going on. Oh, it's right. The polar ice caps are melting. The sea levels are going to rise. It's going to cause low flooding and all this. Well, like I say, you look at some of the cliff formations in the UK, especially with their limestone and sandstone. There's some of them 100, 150 foot high, these cliffs. With
Yeah,
fossils.
but you don't know if those cliffs were once on a ocean floor, and then through time they got shoved up.
Mhm.
This is true. This is true.
It's hard to say how they got there, but no doubt they are up there, eh?
Did you know that the lowest point on the planet and the highest point on the planet is only 11 miles in the difference? That's pretty small if you think about it.
It's pretty small.
It's pretty small, considering how big we are the other way.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, there's only 11 miles between the bottom of the Marianas Trench to the top of Mount Everest. If you put Mount Everest in the Marianas Trench, you would still have to dive 2 kilometers underwater to reach the peak of Mount Everest still. That's pretty good, eh?
That's pretty good stuff.
It's pretty deep, that fucking trench.
Well, you think what's the height of Everest? It's 30-something thousand feet, isn't it, or something?
Yeah, I was reading the whole documentary on the Marianas Trench, and how the pressure is down there, what kind of animals or sea creatures live down there.
Some wicked ass sea creatures.
They found a plastic bag down there.
Did they?
Yeah, they found a plastic bag.
I
Oh.
remember watching a documentary years ago. I think it must have been when Discovery or something like that first came out. And they had one of these, deep water submarines, like 2-man submarines went down. The high pressure ones that can take that amount of pressure.
The pressure and
And they extracted. They was floating, or I suppose with submarine. Don't suppose it's sail called float. They was off the seabed by a couple of feet. And through this special tube, they pushed an empty Coca-Cola tin out. And this Coca-Cola tin sank to the seabed and just went and crushed as flat as a pancake.
The pressure in Marianas Trench is 13,500 pounds per square inch.
Yeah, that was amazing. And then for them filming, and there's sea life down there swimming around. You're thinking, how come that's not crushed as well? That man, it can crush a Coke can. How come it can't crush a fish?
They're built weird down there.
Well,
water.
They can use the pressures of the water so that they can even out the inside pressure and the outside pressure. I think
it must be something like that. They can offset the pressure between inside the body and outside the body.
Water is also 5% denser on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
If you were in a submarine and you were at the bottom of the Marianas Trench and you put a pinhole in the side of it, that stream of water would slice you in half, no problem.
We don't want to do that.
Yep. Yeah, man.
And they do have submarines that go down there and equipment.
Yeah. The Challenger Deep went down there.
Yeah.
The guy who did the movie Titanic, James Cameron, he went down there to check shit out.
Yeah, and a couple of weeks ago, I just put on a scuba gear and dove down to the bottom. I fucking had a beer and said, "Fuck."
It's like a fucking 6-hour descent in the fucking craft.
I had big flip flops on.
You would explode. You wouldn't even get 100 feet down. You'd implode.
I wouldn't even get fucking 10 feet down. I'd be out of breath and need a cigarette.
Need a cigarette.
Like, fuck this shit. I need a cigarette.
Oh yeah, I can swim, but I can't dive anymore. Last time we was on holiday in Tenerife, the deep end of the pool was about 10 feet deep, and I thought I'll just swim down to the bottom, touch the bottom. Oh god, I just about got to the bottom, got my fingertip on it. I was like, bloody hell, get me up.
I can swim enough to save my life. I would say.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, I mean, if I fall in the water, I can swim enough to. I don't know what to do.
I can't say how good I'd be if the water was freezing, though.
No, me neither. I've never jumped in frozen water. I don't think I'll ever go do that. They love doing that here every year. I
did once.
Or dive or whatever.
Yeah, when I was in the army, we went out to Norway in the winter, and we was training out there doing like winter training. And what they done is they used to smash a hole in the ice, and with all your kit on, you had to jump into it.
Oh, with the kit,
and get yourself out. And cool, as soon as you jumped into it, it took your breath away.
Mm-hmm.
And you got kit on as well, and you have to get out, and you have to literally pull yourself up on this frozen snow, and you get your kit off, and they tell you to roll in the dry snow because the snow's so frozen, it's like powder, it's like flour, and you roll in that, and that actually absorbs the moisture.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're out trapping and you get an animal and it's got blood and wet crap on it, use snow and wipe it all off. It'll take water and it takes everything off.
Yeah, used to roll in dry snow, get handfuls of dry snow all over you, and you make it get it all on your back, and you use it in your hair. Dry snow, and it take the moisture out of the water that you've been in. It's amazing, really.
Okay,
it's bloody freezing cold.
Like I can visualize it. It makes sense. Yeah, you wouldn't think it though. You wouldn't think it unless you're told now. Now it makes sense.
I mean, you still
make a fucking snowball. Pour your beer on the floor. Use the snowball. It'll pick it all up.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Wind's coming up there. Yeah.
You like how I narrate things? Pour a beer on the floor. But it's true. The snowball would absorb it all off the floor. It's interesting. You wouldn't think to fucking use something like that to absorb the water off your body.
Yeah, it's amazing, really. That's what they train us, like Arctic survival. It's like, if you get wet, like you fall into a stream or a river, get out as quick as possible and just roll in it. Because the snow, it's that dry, it will absorb moisture. Rather than being like wet snow, like you get in, say, warmer climates, or when snow first falls, it falls wet. And you can roll it into a big snowball. But dry snow, it's just like trying to roll flour. Dry flour. It's quite amazing, really.
It is.
Well, Susie, here we can afford an indoor swimming pool. We don't have to worry about the polar dip. But I think they do it.
Fundraisers and
50 miles east of here. I think they still do it once in a while.
I think they just do it in Charlottetown here, a 45-minute drive away. But that's what it's for. It's for fundraising, money towards children's cancer, whatever. Just it's not done just for fun and party time. They do it for a reason.
Yeah, they do down here they do it on the south coast of Kent, where I am. They do a Christmas Day swim, and then they do a New Year's Day swim.
Yeah,
in the sea, and that's all done for children's charities, cancer charities, and that. And you get loads of people down there, and they're just literally in their swimming shorts, or the girls are in like swimming costume, and they're straight in the bloody sea. It must be about 7-8 degrees of water, and I'm like, I've done things for charity, but I wouldn't do that.
No,
that's too cold. Well, I've done 2 bungee jumps for charity.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, years ago, we it was a gymnasium I used to train at when I was in my early 20s, and we had this great idea when we was in the pub one night after we'd been training. Good advert for a gymnasium, innit? Go training for 3 hours and straight in the pub. And one of the lads come up with this idea. We're going to Normandy in France and doing this bungee jump. There was a New Zealand company that just opened up a site there, AJ Hackett. They're big in New Zealand and Australia for bungee jumping. So in our drunkenness, we said, yeah, we'll all do that. It'd be a laugh, wouldn't it? Then reality hit after we booked it and thought, oh my good God, that bridge is 210 feet high. I'm going to jump off of it into a river.
Why the fuck not?
And it was like,
do I still have to do this?
I was like, really? So we said we'd do it. But luckily, what we done, we got there was a local leukemia charity for the kids with leukemia.
Oh, that's good.
And we got sponsored. The local newspaper sponsored us, and local businesses sponsors us to do it. So we all went down to Normandy for the weekend, done this bungee jump, and we raised just over £9,000 for the local kids with cancer charity. So, it's good fun.
Yeah. Oh, I hear Amber.
Wouldn't do it now, though.
No. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, we wouldn't do it now. Take one look at.
Get up here, Miss Cat. You're not invisible. Get up here. I've had good conversations with you. Just not so much for the chat. And I know you like to have a good chat. Get up here, you. You're one of my more favorite people on the YouTubes. That's why I stuck up for you, that old pert dirt farmer, after I was done playing with you.
What are diesel prices like over there a gallon?
See, I don't know the conversion for a gallon, but we're at, I drove by today. It was $2.80 a liter Canadian. So if you want to do the math behind it to convert it, should be probably well over $6, I'm assuming. US, but I don't know the conversion to your funds. So
Yeah.
$2.80 and change Canadian for a liter.
Well, I just checked ours out today, and we are just over GB pounds. We're just over £8 a gallon.
See, £8 now. If you figured that into like per se US dollars for their gallon, you're probably around 6-ish. I'm guessing in my head, between 5.5 and 6.
It has gone up in price over there. I remember when I years ago.
All in all, we're hovering around the same. Like, because
It's
I
not
know
far
the
off.
US, I did the math one day when I first heard about the price converted to the gallon to the liter from the US to the Canadian dollar, and we were within, 10 cents. So I'm sure it's the same via your price is the same here. We could be up a hair more or down a hair more.
Yeah, it's not a lot of difference in it.
No.
Plus, our Chancellor, with his latest budget on Thursday, next April, it's going up 22%.
So your gas prices, how often do they change?
They fluctuate depending on the oil market, cost of the oil market.
How often, though? Daily?
They do fluctuate by probably a penny or so a day.
Yeah.
But recently, with the cost of crude oil being as high as it is, the price has gone up. But the trouble is now the price of oil has started to, the barrelage price has started to drop. All the fuel chains in the UK are not dropping their prices down with the cost of the oil going down. They're keeping them at the same. So they're just coining out more profit out of us.
Yeah. There's only one way.
Well, that's why I'm lucky where I am. I don't really have to use my vehicle that much.
That's good too. Same here.
I can get everything I need local.
Yeah.
What's he doing? He's cooking something up with a blow lamp.
He's having a toke. That's his nectar collector. He's having a toke. He just went to the store to pick it up. After he's done with the torch there and he smokes it, he's okay. Now you get to listen to him cough for a good fucking minute or two. Choke his fucking head off here now. Make some funny sounds while doing it. Put person like me to sleep.
Woo! That one gave me the heebie-jeebies.
Oh, you only get the coughs in the mornings.
No, sometimes. That wasn't too bad, though. Oh, that was wonderful.
Nectar collector.
That thing is great, man. You don't miss a drop.
No more scraping things out.
Let me charge it. Laptop's going flat.
I got something in my bank today, Jay, and I can't figure it out.
Okay.
Got that $11 back that I fucked up at the casino, right?
Yep.
And then I also got something. I'm looking at it now. It says Interact refund, $40.35. I have no idea what the fuck that is.
Withdraw it. Get in your back pocket.
Interact refund.
That's all it says. Interact refund. Deposit at $40.35 into my account today. No idea where that came from.
And like that figure, does that figure match like to the penny, like one of your pens or something from the pot shop?
No.
No, that money's just doesn't make sense. Hi, Midnight. Right.
40.35. I tried to make ends and tails, but
no. Weird.
What the fuck would that be? Oh,
it's coming here.
think I know what it is, but I would have to double check. So Chris ordered some stuff from Wish. He ordered 4 things from Wish. I only got 3 email confirmations that they've been sent. Never got the 4th. So that money might have been from that 4th item.
Possibly a
Which was a
refund.
drill. It was some sort of little pocket drill, but I want to see if it was $40. I have to find it.
It'll be on your history. This site's great, man. You fucking order something, you never get what you order, so you complain. You shouldn't send them a picture. They send you your money back. You're like, "Do you want the item back?" They're like, "Nope, keep it."
No, keep it. Oh, I've had that with Amazon.
It's the fucking most useless site in the world, and especially coming where it's coming from. I ordered something that might have been worth $5. Tell me, how much does it cost to ship something across the fucking ship, get onto a goddamn freight truck, down to an airport, flown?
Yeah, perfect example.
$100 shipping.
You see that
thing there?
This was 99 cents from China, shipped. 99 cents for a laser pointer.
You can't ship shit from China to Canada for.
No, I done the same. I bought. I was on. I think it must have been eBay back in the summer, and I wanted some little squeezy sauce bottles just to have outside. You had to put cooking oil in so you can drizzle your food, and I thought I couldn't be bothered to go to the shop to buy them because they didn't have any at the local shop. I found them on eBay, and there was something like £1.49 for a pair with free shipping.
Yep,
or free postage, as we call it. So I ordered it, and then I waited, and about 2 weeks later, I've forgotten all about them, really. About 2 weeks later, this jiffy bag turns up with all the Chinese, like, customs clearance.
Fucking anything on it.
And I thought, hang on a minute. I opened it up, and there's these 2 plastic squeezy bottles, like £1.49, and they come from China. I thought, so one, they got to manufacture it, they got to then send it to a shipping company who's got to pack it. That's then got to go into a crate or a shipping container. That's got to be loaded on a ship. That's got to sail from China to the UK, be unloaded, transported to a distribution centre,
and then probably flown.
Sort of, probably flown, landed at East Midlands Airport where all the freight comes in. It's got to be sorted, put on trucks, took to a distribution centre. From the distribution centre, it's got to be put onto a courier. It's going to take it to their distribution centre, where it's going to be sorted again, into the regional delivery depot, then put onto a van, then delivered to me for £1.49.
I don't understand it.
Someone's making a profit out of this.
And they are. They're fucking making a profit, but I don't understand it.
It's like when I sell something on eBay and it sells for like £2.50. And I'm like, is that it? And then I've got to post it. And it's like £2. It's like £2.30 to post it. By the time you had your eBay fees taken off of it, you're thinking, actually, I've just sold that for nothing.
Mm-hmm. I don't understand it, man.
Crazy world. Crazy world.
Okay. I somewhat figured out a huge company here in Prince Edward Island, at Cavendish Farms, that, owned by Irving Oil, which does all the gas and all this shit. It's like, well, how does a company like this do it? Like, you could only imagine the insurance they pay on this shit and that shit. So the owner of the company is pretty smart when it comes to this shit. I was talking to him one day. He's like, I'll say, like, any of these huge companies, okay, like when you're talking multi-billion-dollar oil industries and that, when it comes to insurance, what they do is, well, they're so fucking huge, they make their own insurance company and insure themselves. So when they're paying insurance from this company to insure their company, they're paying that company, and now that company's making money.
Yeah.
I get you. And that's what they do. He proved it to me too with Cavendish Farms, Irving Oil. They got their own. They own their insurance company.
Yeah, so their overheads are literally straight back down, and then probably there's some loophole in there where they can claim it against tax each year because they've had to pay out costs to insure the business, but even though it's through the business that they own, it's still probably tax deductible at the end of the year out of their profits. They're all
So
like,
it's more profit. Rich get richer. That's how it's done.
That's exactly what
And
it
then-
was, Jerry.
And that's what it was. And the big thing right now too, with this, everybody's bitching about prices going up, this and that. There's only one way in the world to fix it, and I'm pretty sure everyone is aware of that. It happened in our past, is a recession. What do we need to stop doing? Buying shit we don't need.
Yeah.
When you starve these motherfuckers of money, oh, hey, they're not buying our gas. They're seeing, oh shit, let's lower the prices. Boom, people start buying. It's the same with your groceries.
That's what I do
Stop
now.
buying shit you don't need.
That's what I've done. I've got rid of. I think right. I'm paying for Netflix. Do I watch it? No. I paid for it for years. If I put it on, I scroll through it. There's nothing I want to watch, but I'm paying what $7.99 a month. I was paying. So get rid of that. Amazon Prime. Do I need my parcels if I order anything at Amazon deliver the next day? Not really. It could just come on a 2 to 3 day courier. So that's another $7.99.
Yep.
Do I need this? No. Do I need that? No. Like when I go supermarket shopping, I go like, right, what do do a week shop? What food do I need? What am I going to eat this week? I'm going to need that.
Yep, you just get that. And that's the big thing, which actually they're seeing it now, is they've been doing a lot of polls and surveys this year. A lot of people canceled their normal Christmas. Even me. I'm not buying for people I normally buy for the adults. This year, our whole family is pretty well dedicated. Christmas is only for the little ones. So when you got 50% of a fucking country doing that, which is pretty well where it's at, when normally last year, Christmas sales for gifts were around 10 billion, and they see it this year, it's at 1 billion. That's when the recession is going to start instantly. They're like, nobody's spending anymore. Shit's going to start dropping. We've seen it over the years. It's happened in the past.
Yeah, it's going to happen in the UK big time soon because
we're calling early 2023, and it probably you'll slowly come out of it, and then there's going to be another one in 2024. Just people not going to have the money. Why have you been thinking about me? Have you been thinking about me, or have you been watching me? There's two different things there, Midnight. Why everybody gets filthy rich? You got her. What's true?
You just reminded me. That's what I've got to do with my guitar. I've got to change the strings.
He did it live on the panel yesterday. Here.
I did it twice.
Oh yeah.
I bought. Listen, I bought
my acoustic a week or so ago, and I was just playing with it, and it's one of the strings.
Check out what he did yesterday. What'd you get, Todd?
He took my finger off.
I bought strings. I bought classical strings for an acoustic guitar.
Oh dear.
I want to see how it sounds, so I paid for them, bought them, put them on, strum it. No, don't like them. Cut them out, threw them in the garbage, and put on other ones. Talk about a waste of $12.95.
Yeah, but why are you putting classical strings on a non-classical guitar? You know,
because
you want to try a new
because he watched the video and it sounded good on the video.
And he did it.
See the video on YouTube.
He's like, he put classical strings on his guitar and he was playing. I was like, oh, that sounds pretty good. I'm going to try that. Didn't work so well for me. And then I Googled it. Can you put nylon strings on it? You can, but it says you have to do something with the neck because there's not enough tension. Something to do with tension.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why mine was buzzing and all that because it wasn't proper tensioning for the neck that it was designed for.
Yeah, well, the nylon strings are a thicker string, aren't they? So you're going to.
But there was so much stretch. It took me like a million turns to tune it up. This with these, I turned a few times and tuned up.
Yeah.
They were stretching and stretching and stretching and stretching.
YouTube told me to do it. That's what I was gonna say. What's truth? YouTube told me to do it.
No, but
Trusty old YouTube.
his did really sound good though. But he had it set up right, and yeah. But whatever. That guitar that I was playing at the pawn shop, the real classical one, an actual classical. Those are nice. Like your neighbor, the one your neighbor has there, Kwong.
What was his name?
Kwong Van. Always liking my shit on Facebook.
You don't have to get a classical. Get a Mexican guitar. It's the same thing as a classical, but it's not as expensive.
I know. I do. I want to get. I would love to own a classical one just to have one.
Yeah. Well, they do sound different. Look at Willie Nelson.
I want to try see if I can finance a real guitar.
Yeah, not cheap, are they?
Like I want a nice. I'm happy with Taylor. I'd get a nice Taylor if I was going to spend the money.
Gibson.
Yeah, I got 2 Fender acoustics. One's an electro-acoustic, like 4/4, and then I've got just a standard 3/4 Fender acoustic. Nice guitars.
This one new is $6.99 right now. Yeah.
I got a Fender acoustic sitting there.
Here's mine. I'll get me. Hang on. I'll show you
With
mine.
the electrics. Beautiful sound.
I'll show you mine. This is one with me broken.
Cheap perfume. That E chord will always get me.
There you go. There's mine.
Painter's hole.
Oh yeah. That's exactly. I got my headstock.
It's got a beautiful part from the offending article. I don't know if you can
It's
see
just
it.
like you said, you need new strings.
Tune, man. Awesome guitar, that one. It's not fair for the money. I think it was a couple of. I think it was about £250. This one. I can't remember I got it for, but I got it on a sale somewhere online of a guitar store. But
I pretty much I learned a great deal on a Fender.
It's a nice little acoustic. It will be when I restring it. Once I get it restrung.
That's what Jason's got, a Fender.
Yep.
Yours is a Fender.
Sure is. She's got some miles on her, mostly by you.
Yeah, like I said, I got a lot of practice on that guitar, man.
Sometimes in the summer months, I sit out on my balcony outside my trailer, and I'll just sit there. I'll just strum a few chords and a bit of that.
At midnight.
And the neighbours, want me to play more and more and more, and I'm just like.
I'd tell you something right now, Jason, but he'd be very upset with me. But it is the God honest truth. I shit you not. I'm gonna tell you, but you're gonna call me an idiot anyway.
I know.
King Billy last night had it up to 390. Stopped. I'm like, I cashed it out, but I played it again. I was like, fuck it. Jason, betting $850. Didn't I get the 3 birds on $850 bet? One fuck all. I was like, are you fucking kidding me?
No.
My heart was going like this. I'm like,
on $850, get
on
the fucking times
bet.
20.
Yes. I honestly won like $75, Jay. I swear to fuck. I swear to fuck. I almost
Got
cried.
pissed off.
I almost cried. Let's just say I went to bed angry. All off $20. I got it to $3.90, and that's the third bird was horny all night long. It was a fun night. Very heart fucking. Oh.
Iron, bring it up. See, Todd, had you actually hit something good there, you could have
Yeah.
grabbed this for yourself.
You're
Yeah,
right.
Martin guitars, they're nice. I like Martin.
Not
You're
bad. It's
right.
only
Oh, bloody hell, how
13,000
much?
Canadian.
See the price.
That's when as soon as I was gonna film it, I was like all fluttery. I was so nervous.
Yeah, I've done that too. When not for getting something like that, but when that wheel comes up, I'm like,
I know. I know. Seriously, I thought I was gonna have a
You can win
panic
$1
attack.
million, man. Get the right spin.
I think
Yeah,
that made
imagine
me
getting like even 5 of anything on an 850 bet with the girl with the queens.
The
Or with
queen.
the-
Yeah. Sorry, Myron.
I said I think that Seagull guitars are made on the east somewhere.
Yeah.
Seagull's a good name.
Yeah.
Oh, Seagull. Oh, I see.
I'm Canadian.
But yeah,
Oh,
Todd,
really?
I don't know his name, but the one when I went to the kitchen party there with my mom.
It's Gibson.
Is the Gibson he had?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was your average Gibson sunburst color there, that one. I forget what it's called, the J.
He's like, here, Jay, you want to play? I grabbed it like,
Still, it's a $2,000 guitar.
at least, yeah.
Yeah, it's a $2,000 guitar.
But you're paying $1,000 for the fucking name.
Yeah, when it comes to guitars, I've watched some of the builds.
Buying a tractor. If a farmer buys a John Deere, he's got to fucking pay more money than if it's any other color. Because John Deere green is more expensive.
But I've played cheap guitars, and I've
We see
played
the
expensive
difference, though, in
guitars, and I
guitars.
can physically tell the sound is night and day, man.
It's the wood and how they glue things on. There's
The
more time
tones,
put into it. It's not a
How long it
production thing.
sustains. Like
Yeah.
if I let the note, how long will that ring? You know?
Yeah, sustain.
But yes, you do pay a bit for the name. I guarantee you, yes, with the guitars, you are right, but not so much as different things.
Like
You're
shoes,
definitely
Nike.
paying
Yeah,
for the
you pay for
quality.
the name.
Yeah, you're paying for exactly the shoe because
Mm-hmm.
it's look at the materials, the same bullshit. Some kid from China and slave
made
labor's
in
building that
China.
Nike
But
shoe.
these guitars are made in the U.S. and they're made in big factories in the U.S. Like
By
fucking
skilled people with many inspections, nothing goes
yeah.
out with a flaw on it.
like Martin
Where
and
you grab,
Taylor
a
guitars.
cheap guitar at Walmart. You can open the package and there's a fucking thing in
I
it.
don't even know where this one was made.
I knew a guy bought a Seagull guitar 25, 30 years ago, and he sure didn't pay $900 for it.
Holy shit! This one was made in Quebec.
Quebec, Canadian made.
Canadian. Simon and Patrick.
Where's Fender made? Fender US or Canadian?
Probably U.S. I would say.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check right now.
Gonna make them in Mexico as well, Fender.
Yeah, that's possible too.
Yeah, they're all over. They could be.
I bought a Les Paul, not a Gibson Les Paul, but a Les Paul. I got it from the factory. I think it must have been years ago, probably going back. I don't know, 10, 15 or so years ago from their factory. I'm sure it was in China. Electric. Beautiful guitar. It was like a dark green, sort of metallic green sort of colour. That cut, I got that on an eBay auction. It's one of the extra display models in the front of like the reception of the factory. They used to sell them off. And I got it for quite a good price. I think I only paid about 300 UK pounds for it. They got hammered import duty when it got to the UK, but never mind.
Bucks. Nice.
But yeah, it's a nice guitar.
Fender originated in California, and then they opened one up in Mexico.
There you go. So yeah, America, Mexico, which still.
Same thing. Fender. It's Fender. Fender. Don't matter if it's from Mexico or
Yep.
it's Fender.
Yeah, it's still Fender.
Hey.
Hey.
Bye.
Hi.
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 That's an expensive guitar.
Yeah, Todd could have almost bought one last night. He was playing a casino game. Poor fucker.
Yep.
He had her up pretty big, up to the 390 range, and was betting $50, something like that.
$850.
And got the third bird in that game.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
They won fuck all. $75.
Because I've won $75 on a 25-cent.
Yeah.
That
That's what I was doing. That's what I was doing during playing, building up to 390. I was pissed.
I'd cry.
I was like, oh my God, I'm going to win $5,000 here. That's what I said in my mind.
Yep, that's what I'd be thinking.
Yeah.
At least $1,000.
Yeah. No wins. I got tens, I think. A string of tens.
Because if we win in that game, when you get that bonus is times 20, it's normal pay. Especially if you get the
times 6, 20 spins.
Oh, times 6, 20 spins. And then she doubles everything, right? The wild symbol?
Yeah.
So you can get up to times 12.
Imagine even re-triggering it.
$10 times 12.
Imagine re-triggering it at $850.
Uh-huh. Because actually an $850 bet, if you get 5 of something, should be at least $50 win times the multiplier. So yeah, you were right thinking around $5,000, but you got fuck all in 20
and
spins.
I got fuck all. Whoa.
Poor guy. Yeah, I'd have been
Jason,
Todd had a bad night. Yes, midnight.
you gonna tell her what I've been doing?
Tell who what you've been
He's
doing.
been thinking about you.
I know he said that in chat. I said, have you been thinking about me or have you been watching me?
I've even been talking about you.
Well, that's nice. Oh, yes, he really have been talking about you.
That me thinking about getting what you got.
A wife and 2 kids, mortgage and a car?
No, little refrigerator right beside you.
Yeah, you need one of them.
I bought it for him. That was my fault.
She didn't want me coming up the kitchen anymore, stealing stuff.
It wasn't that. It's I didn't want you tripping over the cat anymore.
Oh, beer time.
At midnight, now's the time to get one if you want, because all your Black Friday sales are on, right? They're probably giving away next to nothing.
I might see if Long and McQuaid will finance me. Maybe they have deals for Black Friday.
Yeah, for 0% financing or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
Does he say it's high?
Hi.
I gotta pee. Can I pee on you?
No.
Okay.
You're not R. Kelly, and I'm not 14 years old.
Chile. Very nice.
Oh shite! My fingers are full of caulking and paint,
Nah,
everything else. I'm picking glue off my
I'm
fingertips.
seeing that now.
Silicone, that's what it is. Silicone.
Why is it all over your hand?
It's everywhere, Jason.
Why?
What?
Why?
Because I always wipe it on my pants all the time. And it
Okay,
gets
I'm
all
not
over
bringing you to work with me anymore then.
Yeah, silicon, it just gets everywhere, doesn't it? See, like, no matter how careful you
No,
are.
sorry, it
One
wasn't the
doesn't know how to
silicone.
use it, yes.
It
Well, if you
wasn't
don't,
the silicone.
oh,
I lied. It was the
Colgate,
Gorilla
see,
Glue.
oh.
Gorilla Glue caulking. That stuff's terrible. You get Gorilla Glue caulking. Gorilla Glue.
Gorilla Goo.
Slaveless, that I'm so happy at you reminding me of my daddy and my oldest brother. That the rest of us would not play a guitar.
Oh, yeah?
That you're a good one.
I'm sure you could play. Just takes practice.
Practice and time. Frustrating learning to play the guitar. When I started playing, it was just like, oh, really? The trouble is it's one of them hobbies, or if you call it a hobby, you just got to keep it up. Because otherwise, like with me, I stopped playing for about a year with things, and then when I picked the guitar up again, it was just like couldn't find a chord, couldn't find a slide. It was like, oh,
All froze.
nightmare.
Shit open.
Oh, itch now.
You need to go outside? Is that what you want? Why are you
No, I'm good.
staring at me, huh? What? You were to the. There you go. I don't want to be fucking standing there for a microphone like you guys. Just coming outside. Fuck.
Give us a minute there.
I'll give you some more fucking.
Oh my good God.
I know you can do it. So you do it. Your finger make me look like an idiot.
This
Oh,
is
God.
I can't fucking do this. Twat.
this,
Can't do it.
this,
Fucking quitting.
this is not the way to learn how to play guitar.
That's fucking it. I'm under the fucking budget. Fucking twat, man. Fucking out of it. I'm the fucking.
Oh, that's very just.
I was thinking he's gonna bust it.
I'll send you fucking This wrist is doing my pissing engine. Sick of the fucking useless poxy fucking thing.
Only in Great Britain, eh? Only in Great Britain.
Ooh.
John, you just broke your guitar? I don't give a shit.
Hell, so I'm right.
I'm the last fucking one! That's it. I'm on a fucking wolf. I'm just gonna do the other ones. I'm just gonna do the other songs, and that's it. I'm not fucking doing that one no more because I'm not gonna play. It's driving me fucking more mental than Ghost of Love ever did. The last fucking veil. I'm fucking sick of this. I'm sick of it.
You know, you could probably spend a few bucks on a psychiatrist and pay you for his money.
Yeah. What?
That's a classic. That's a classic right there.
Yeah. Hey Todd, can you play that one?
That man's a legend.
You're fucking right, he is.
Oh yeah, I could do it if
Yeah,
I
like
really
I said, only in the UK. Yeah, great for international relations, doesn't it?
Listen, hand. Fuck.
Just gonna stick with the other songs.
Oh, shit.
That is fucking funny. It's like, John, you've broken your guitar. I don't give a fuck. Oh my god, there's still people asking for
Yeah,
that.
come up here. Come up. Do you want to go Pino? Okay.
Oh boy.
Oh, what's in the news in the UK? Oh, no. Taliban, fucking. Oh, a lot of crap on there.
There's a lot of channels. I try to be nice to everybody.
Hey, there's George.
Found in the clip.
Oh yeah, did you see? Oh my god.
Weird.
Wow, what the hell?
Excuse me.
Thank you guys all for coming up on panel. Glenn, nice meeting you
Yeah.
for the first time.
Nice meeting you too, Myron. Appreciate it. It's been great.
Same time every night. Same time every night.
Yeah, I'll be here. It's good.
Whenever.
Enjoying it. It's great.
And Susie and everybody else that was in chat today, thank you very much. We'll catch y'all later.
Take care.
Okay, take care. Have a good day.